Hello, one and all. Welcome back to another Thursday night here at IR Batted Games. And as expected, we are back with some more Steins Gate Zero. We are trekking our way through this. I would say we're getting close to getting done because obviously, as you unlock more and more routes, the restart point is further in, and so there's less we have to go back
Yeah,
through.
that's
uh,
true. I forgot. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, I think Zeno's paradox or something. It's not right.
But we have gone through now what are called the Maho route. Now the Kagari route. We've learned a little bit more about both of them and how their roles are in the story. And we're going to be coming in now. So where we transitioned that last time to the Kagari route was to set it up to where we're at now. Kagari has lost her memories. But there's also a thing with like she's getting Kurisu's memories, and so
Right.
they had set up they had made a makeshift time leap machine. That's not really a time leap machine that they were going to use to remove Kurisu's memories from Kagari so that she can be herself again. And the transition point there was I get a phone call, and answering the phone call would have done one thing, and not answering the phone call would have done another thing. Not answering the phone call is what led to the Kagari route, what we did at the end of last stream. This time, we're going to answer
Which
the phone call.
we did. It did. The phone call was answered
Just not by
still.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, we just weren't the one who hit the button.
So,
I'm trying to, yeah, making sure that I got that.
with that being said, let's answer the call.
Dun dun.
The phone I pressed against Kagari's head stopped ringing, and in that moment, the world changed.
Ah, we didn't even see what the number landed on.
I was inside a deep black
You broke it.
darkness. There was no sound, no
That's what you
temperature,
get.
just darkness, cold, and silence. Oh, and one thing I wanted
Isn't
to
cold a temperature?
cold is a temperature. Yes, you're right.
It's
Uh,
not like a number, but
one thing I wanted to say before we started. So I know I mentioned last week that this is the one route that leads to the start of the end. And as a reminder to you and to those who are viewing along, there are two critical components to reaching Steins Gate at this point. The first is Okabe has to figure out the idea of deceiving himself in order to deceive the world, and the other we haven't touched on yet. This is the route where he actually starts getting that idea.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say at some point he's got to learn that so he
Yeah,
can send himself the message, because that's the or like yeah, because he has to communicate that
yeah,
to himself, and that's got to be the objective there.
right.
Interesting. Yeah, the whole thing. Which I liked that. I remember thinking that was fun and just being like, but wait.
Right.
So how do that? Why can he do thing? But I'm sure this will clearly and concisely tie that up
We'll find out.
with no further questions.
No one was here. I didn't even know if I was asleep or awake. There was nothing but a vague sense of presence. Nothingness.
Okay.
Nothingness spreading out to infinity. Huh?
Ooh.
What was I doing? Wasn't I?
Hmm.
I'm gonna. My guess here is Kurisu.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. Okarin would be Meushi,
Yeah.
and yeah, you're right. That's unless. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Akabe. If you keep lying there, you'll catch a cold.
Huh? I turned towards the voice. Standing there, next to the open curtains of the development room, was
Dun, 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 dun. Good call. Smart. What?
Oh, there you are, Kurisu.
Very chill.
Promise
I like that.
Renacimento. I don't know what Renacimento. I guess it's a music term.
Yeah, it must be. Renacimiento of the. Yeah, it's got to be like a. It sounds like it's the stem from Renaissance. But it's like Requiem adjacent
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. What do you mean there you are? I've been here the whole time.
Have you?
Yup. Yesterday and the day before. I've been here a long time.
It did seem that way. My head seemed like it was buzzed, but I wasn't sleepy, scared, or anything like that. My mind was very awake. Something missing,
Oh shit, did he lose it?
something important. Hey, where are Daru and Mayuri?
Are you okay? Are you really okay? Did something happen to you?
I mean,
Sheeta and Mayuri are right there. Look.
huh?
Blum.
Ocarina. Doo-doo-doo.
How could you miss somebody as big as me, Ocarin?
Oh, that's right. Daru and Mayuri were always here. No, it wasn't just them.
Oh shit, did he actually lose Stein or the reading Steiner? I can't. That seems like a serious issue. I don't know how he solves that. Anyway, somebody else must get it then in this world. Oh my god, it's Mayuri. I knew it. Never mind. Anyway, back to the thing where we're actually doing the whole story instead of me trying to imagine what it is. Kioma, you doing okay? Yeah. I'll use my kitty charms to make you feel better. Yeah. Kioma-san, if there's anything I can do to make you feel better, just tell me.
Paris and Lukako, too. And
Wait, what? Okay. What?
oh,
I'll make you a special juice from the edible grasses I found in this area, Kabe Rintaro.
I'm here
That
too.
sounds so.
Okabe-kun, Suzuha, and Moeka.
Oh, is
All
that
of,
like a medical thing? Maybe that's what that's supposed to mean.
all of the lab
Like,
mems.
I'll like
Yeah.
make you feel better. It's like a tea. I'm sorry.
Good. All the lab mems are in the lab. They always were.
Still caught off guard by the offer of grasses.
Yeah, that's right. This was my daily life. This was how I spent my day. It appears everyone has arrived.
My God.
Therefore, we shall now begin the
He's fighting back.
65,536 round table. Are you ready?
I was not prepared. He's come so far. I guess he has to come back, otherwise we don't get.
Right.
It was the impetus. It's his driving force. It's what makes him move as a character, which is a very interesting dramatic choice.
Uh-huh.
You're always so loud.
And you need to wipe that self-satisfied expression right off your face, assistant.
I keep telling you, I'm not your assistant.
Ocarina and Christian are always such good friends.
The Christian shit. You're the perfect couple. Now, go explode. Wait, Hishida, I'm not in a relationship with this guy. They say the closer you are, the more you fight. Yeah. It's not healthy. I'm jealous. God damn. we can get some Kyle voices in the fucking roundup, and I just realized suddenly, like, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, you should join in the fun, Urushibara Luca. What? I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Fun.
Yeah,
Stop
perfect.
wasting time, guys. We're starting the meeting.
I guess you now have, who's going to be talking a lot more. So
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
What else? Our topic for today is what?
World domination.
Our topic.
Okabe?
Something was wrong. Okay. Everything seemed the same, but
What's wrong, Okari?
old.
Yoma?
I didn't.
Yeah, he's noticing that he doesn't have it. That's wild. Yoma-san?
No emotion.
Oops. Okabe, Rintaro?
No warmth. Topic. Everyone was here, but it was cold, dark, cold. Cold, 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 cold. It was so cold it felt like the marrow of my bones was going. Like my bones were made of ice. Like all the blood in my body had been cold. Felt like I was going to freeze in a moment. What's this? What's this place? Where? I. Did
it just jump again, though? Oh, damn.
Where was I? What was I doing? I tried to speak, but the words didn't. Like I was dead. A very hard one. Slowly looked around. It wasn't the lab. It wasn't my room. The room was old, gloomy. Of course, I'd never seen it before. What was I doing here? There was a terrible pain in my head, like someone had jammed an electrode into my brain.
Yeah.
I tried to raise my hand as I lay there, but it was heavy. It was like all the joints in my body had frozen. It took all of my strength to slowly sit. Each time I moved a little, my muscles screamed and pain ran through my whole body. After several minutes, I finally succeeded in sitting on the edge of the bed and looking down. Realized I was wearing a white gown, like there was some kind of equipment on my head, and the cables coming out of it were connected to it. What had happened to me? Just a moment ago, I was. Right. Kagari. Kurisu's memories had been downloaded into Kagari's head. We tried to erase them by overriding them with Kagari's own memories, and then. That's right. Remembered now. The world line had changed right after that. What had happened then? I tried to remember, but it was like my mind was filled. For now, I needed to figure out where I was. I took off the headgear and got out of bed and collapsed. This didn't make sense. Was I just dizzy after all that was going on in my head? I tried to stand up again. And I couldn't get any strength into my legs. I kept standing up and falling over, and in the end, I was only able to get up by grabbing onto the side of the bed. How could standing on my own 2 feet be so exhausting? Was I sick with some terrible disease? Then maybe I'd been in bed for several days?
It's just been in like a coma. None of this is happening.
I somehow managed to drag my weak legs to the door. It was bizarrely heavy, or maybe it just seemed that way to me. It only opened after I put my full weight onto it. The door was locked, but it seemed to be the kind that could be opened from the inside. I walked down the dark hallway, leaning up against a wall for support. At the end of the hall were stairs.
Uh-oh.
I clung to the railing and slowly walked up them. At the end of the stairs, I found a hatch. Using the full strength of my back, I was just barely able to get it open. I was inside an old building. I walked down the crumbling hallway, still clueless as to what was going on, and finally found the door to the. Exhausted, I staggered outside. I saw mountains of shattered rubble. Rows of destroyed, abandoned buildings, exposed, twisted steel girders. At first, I thought it was a movie set, but it was all far too realistic for that. The walls, the windows, the ceilings, everything was destroyed. Little bits of rubble covered the ground. There were cracks in the asphalt of the road, making it impossible to walk straight. And it wasn't just directly in front of me. I spun around a full 360 and saw the same scene everywhere. I smelled oil. I smelled something burning. I looked up to the sky, dark and gloomy. I thought it might just be cloudy, but something else seemed to be going. I could see the hazy outline of the sun beyond the black curtain that covered the sky. I coughed. A violent pain in my throat made me cough. I quickly covered my mouth with the sleeve of my gown. My eyes stung. I tried once more to calm down and see if I could remember what happened, but I had no luck. All I knew for sure was that there had been a world line shift when I deleted Kurisu's memories from inside Kagari. The
It doesn't
memories,
seem like it went very well.
the memories held by the Amadeus Kurisu, and the memories implanted in Kagari. Maybe when whoever owned them changed, that is, whoever held Kurisu's time machine theory, the world line changed with it. This was another altered world, which meant what I was seeing was I saw what looked like an ash covered stick poking out of the ground in the corner of my eye. I slowly went to take a closer look. It was sticking out of the rubble, and at the tip it split into 5 smaller branches. Ah! It was a hand. It was a human hand that had been scorched pitch black. Terrible feeling came rising up out of my stomach. Suddenly, I thought I saw something move. Someone was there. Where? I listened carefully to try to pick them out.
Gotta be in the future.
The other side of that big building, I could hear some kind of sound from over there. Was someone there? If there was, maybe they could tell me what the hell was going on. Trying my best not to make any sound, I peeked through the walls of the crumbling building. They're all right. There were people there. Lots of them. But they weren't people more. They were just human-shaped wads of meat piled up into a mountain. And on top of the mountain was a pack of dogs. Something long and slick was hanging out of the dogs' mouths. Intestines. They were eating them. They were eating the bodies. Stench was horrible. The sound of the flies was overwhelming. It was like something out of hell. Uh, My gaze met the vacant eyes of one of the bodies. One of its eyes fell out, and black insects crawled out of the empty soft socket. Yeah, took a big 180 here. Ah! I ran away. I ran as fast as I could, stumbling on failing legs. Somewhere. There's somewhere around here that was sane. But no matter how far I went, it was the same thing. Mountains of rubble, rows of abandoned buildings. All I could see were the dead. There were no living humans. And then I found it. There were rows of huge buildings which all looked as if they were about to fall over. The roads were full of cracks. There was a warped overpass sticking out of the ground, a few rows of iron and railroad ties. Knew it. I knew this place. It was only a shadow of its former self, but I knew it. This was the Habara, which meant where was Mayuri? Where was Daru? Where was Ferris? What about Lukako or Suzuha? What happened to Maho and Kagari? Just as I ran towards the lab to find out, I heard footsteps fall behind me. Rough footsteps, stomping over the rubble, more than one set. They got louder and louder, and soon I saw them coming towards me from between the crumbling buildings. There were 3 of them. They each had an assault rifle in their hands.
You, what are you doing there?
When they saw me, they all pointed their guns at me. Ah! There was so much I wanted to ask them. There were things I wanted to know, but the only thought that came to me was that I needed to get away. But even as I tried to turn and run, my body refused to listen.
Don't move!
They must have sensed I was about to flee because one of them yelled.
Okay.
Holes appeared at the concrete at my feet. They shot at me. They really shot at me. They shot at me with real guns. If I had been just a little closer, they would have hit me.
Here's the thing. Bullets skip off concrete,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure that they just shouldn't have.
I was too scared to stand. The men got closer, still holding the guns. Run! You have to run! But it was like my body belonged to someone else. It wasn't listening to me. The men kept getting closer. And then there was another sharp noise. One of the men collapsed to the side. He hit his head on the rubble and stopped moving. Huh? The other 2 waved their guns around, clearly confused as to what just happened.
You're in the way.
Good guess. Something dragged me to the ground. And then more gunshots.
I'm pretty sure they're in the future. I don't know how exactly, but I think this is the future.
The 2 of them fell backwards, still holding their weapons, almost at the exact same time. They died. Right in front of me. Someone had died. I could do nothing more than sit there and watch as a silhouette moved in front of me.
Are you trying to get killed?
I looked up, and the person I saw was...
Come on. How long are you gonna just sit there?
You killed them?
Well, they ain't paintballs. What kind of stupid question is that?
It was a colder voice than I had ever heard. Right? Her iron mask of an expression suddenly changed to surprise. But that was the moment. A second later, and the fierceness had returned.
Who are you?
Did you really know who I am? The change in the world line meant that Suzuha and I never met? It's me, Okabe. Okabe Rintaro. The expression on her face changed again.
Okabe Rintaro? That's impossible.
2 pairs of icy footsteps sounded in the darkness.
This way.
After I'd given my name, Suzuha had stared at me suspiciously. Then she made some kind of call and told me to come with her. She made me wear a blindfold almost the so I had no idea which way I'd gone or where I was. Did as she said. When I heard the knock, I finally realized we were in front of a door.
Momo for you.
Moe Moe.
Probably. Moe Moe. Oh, I can read, I swear. in my defense. That is also Mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually capitalized though. Bakia-kun? Probably. Kun? Maybe?
Yeah, Kyun. Moe Moe Kyun Kyun.
Oh, okay. Come in.
Evidently, that was the password. I can only think of one man who chose such a stupid password.
Yeah.
I heard the sound of a heavily locked door opening, and at last I saw a dimly lit room in the darkness. The room was piled high with what looked like mechanical junk. Rows of instruments lined the walls. A man was sitting in front of them, looking straight at me.
I'm so glad you're finally awake, Ocarine.
What's this guy? Does he know my name? He must have been in his mid-40s. He was a big, broad-shouldered man with a stubbly face. There was a sharp but gentle light in his eyes. I felt like I'd seen him somewhere before. Who are you?
Okay, the Yuki thing makes sense. Oh, jeez. Did you forget about me? Even after all that's happened, that still hurts, Ocarine.
The way he talked. That voice. There was only one person it could be. But that was true. The man's face broke into a broad smile.
Good. You do remember. I thought you'd forgotten.
Was it really you?
Who else do you know that's as handsome as me? Right, Susan? I might admit that if you lost a little weight. Or what's wrong,
Come on,
whatever.
Suzuha. You know, he's come a long
I
way.
mean, you know what? He's doing all right. Yeah, right. Don't say that. I've lost a lot since I was younger.
Indeed, the Daru in front of me was quite a bit slimmer than the Daru I knew.
And wait, Dad, why are you talking funny? I don't usually talk like this, but I figured it'd make things easier for Ocarine.
The more pressing issue, though, was he was clearly a middle-aged man. The
Mm-hmm.
youngest I could possibly imagine him to be was his early 40s. And then I saw a shelf in the corner. I saw a man I didn't know reflected in its glass. There was another man like him in his 40s. He was staring at me with a gloomy, sunken face. I slowly raised my right hand, and the man raised his left as copying. Tell me something.
Anything you want, man.
What is it?
What? Yeah.
Taru's smile quickly became something more serious as he answered me.
It's 2036. World is at war. Fucking called it.
Taru gave me all the details, and it really is the year 2036.
That's right.
It seemed unbelievable, but Daru's appearance and more than anything my own made it undeniable.
I want
2036.
to see what they think 40-year-old Okabe looks like, because if it's genuinely, they're just gonna give me the same picture we've been looking at the whole time. They're gonna be like, "Look, he's 40 years old." I'll be like, "See."
Susa had said that World War III would start sometime in the next 10 years. 5.7 billion people would die, and the population of Tokyo would drop to a tenth of what it was. After that, World War III itself would end, but the chaos would continue. And even Japan, no, everywhere in the world, battles would continue. Was that what I'd just seen? I remember any of it. All of my memories were of 2011. I had no memories of the past 25 years. My last memory was of erasing Kurisu's memory from Kaguri's head. Suzuha told me that I died in 2025. Why am I alive?
I want to know that too, Dad.
Suzuha chimed in.
We were all told Uncle Ocarin died 10 years ago.
Suzuha leaned over him.
May have misread the tone on that. Possibly. What's going on here, Dad? Did you lie to all of us? I mean, yeah. Calm down, Souza. I'll explain. This is how we get the deceit
Uh huh.
to, achieve. I see.
Daru looked at me as if he was remembering old times and then resumed his explanation.
Okarin, you said you've only got memories up to halfway through January of 2011, right?
Yeah, the world line changed in January 2011. That's all I remember. I'd gotten 25 years older without realizing it. The fact was starting to eat away at me.
Maybe there's some problem with your body, or maybe you're just confused. You should have.
You've got half a month shy of that fucking 26-year gap.
That's pretty funny.
You should have memories up to the end of January 2011.
The by the end of the month.
I mean, clearly there's an important thing that he is not remembering, but it's very funny to me.
Well, it was at the end of the month when Mahotan saved your memory data.
Oh, saved my memories?
And I guess you told Mahotan to take memory samples from you to help with the Amadeus research, right?
Amadeus? And then I realized something incredible. Which means that inside my brain.
Yep. Just like you guessed, your memories are the ones that were digitized in 2011.
Memories. Inside my head.
Wait, Dad, I don't understand what's going on. How is Uncle Ocarin alive anyway? You told me he died in 2025, right?
He did.
He did not.
For all intents and purposes, anyway.
Well, when you hear.
I mean, okay, but they put him in a coma, which I goddamn also called. Second he woke up, staring at a fluorescent light on the ceiling. I was like, oh, coma episode. I've seen this before. For all intents and purposes.
That was when the race to make the time machine was at its peak. Everybody in the world wanted the paper that Makise Kurisu had written and her memories. But at the time, Stratfuck had everything that she'd left behind. But even if they had it, they couldn't read it. They couldn't break the lock, you see. By the way, I was the one who built that lock in 2010. So they decided to capture someone who knew her well and get information from him.
That
They did everything they could think of to try and get information about Makise Kurisu out of you. Okay, I misread who put him into the coma, though. When we rescued you, your mind was shattered. You'd lost the ability to ever survive on your own. You were as good as dead. There's no chance you'd get better.
Okay, all right, I see what you mean. It's like a I don't know, personality death of some
yeah.
ego death. Then his body was alive?
That's right. Okarin himself gave me the idea. He was starting to get worried about how they were after him. How they were after him.
Emphasis on the wrong syllable. But you could have at least told me, right?
You know what they say, right? Deceive your foes, first deceive your friends.
I mean, I think they do say that, I want to say. But
Suzuha seemed a little depressed. It must have come as a shock to her that her dad didn't trust her.
Don't be like that, Suzuha. Very few people in Valkyrie knew about this.
I did tell some people, just not you.
I knew the name Valkyrie. Suzuha had talked about this a lot in 2010. It was the name of Daru and Suzuha's resistance organization.
Let's move on. Okarin's mind was shattered and he was incapable of surviving. If we didn't do something, even his body would have died. So, few people who knew the truth had been watching over him for years in another facility.
2025 to
Whoops, sorry.
11 years without letting anyone find out? You needed nutrients to keep your body alive. And since I was in bed the whole time, my joints would have gotten stiff, and friction against the bed would have caused my skin to split open. Someone had watched over me the whole time to keep free.
Not just Mayushi. Ferris Tan, Lukashi, and Mahotan too.
Mayuri, Ferris, Lukako. Even in this terrifying world, they were all still alive and still looking after me. They had been for years. Saru, why did I wake up now? My memories had been digitized in
Okay.
2011. If they'd known those memories existed, they could have downloaded them into me a lot earlier, right?
Yeah. The fuck? Oh, okay. That's easy to explain. Oh, all right, all right, all right. Until just a little while ago, we didn't know where they were. Actually, Stratfuck had been holding on to your and your. Is that your and Kurisu's memory data? I guess that's right. Right? Like that's how you should do that.
Yeah, I
I don't know. It
guess.
doesn't matter. It feels weird. Kurisu in your memory. Kurisu's in your memory. I don't know if that's better. Anyway, it feels funky to read through it that way. Could have just done your memory data. Anyway, I'm sorry. Been holding on to your and Kurisu's memory data the entire time. We just didn't know where it was. I found it 2 weeks ago. Want to guess where it was? It'll shock you. Yeah, literally anything would shock me, my dude. I know nothing. Right next to us the whole time. Is that our college?
No way. Tokyo Denke?
You did not check there? This is the brain science research. Like, that was the extension. I mean, Maho didn't think, maybe they started at work, where I work, and where we did all of the Amadeus research. Whatever. They had a base in the basement. Not that there's much of anything left there now.
What kind of bait? Tokyo
So, 2 weeks ago, we managed to salvage your data, memory data, and download it into your brain.
The next 10 days, I hadn't woken up. And just as they were about to give up, I did finally awake. 25 years. Stared at my hands. They were so thin I could almost see the bone. I could see the veins popping out of them. The face reflected in the glass was unhealthy and wrinkled. My hair was starting to turn white, too. I woke up after 25 years. I'm just like Mataru.
I can understand that it'll take you a while to process it.
Of course, it was a shock. But the most shocking thing was memories were
I'm
once.
sure that that's another, like, Rip Van
Yeah.
Winkle situation or
Memories were once data, huh? My memories since I was a kid. My memories of that summer. My memories with Kurisu. All of them have been transformed into zeros and ones. Could you still say that I was a person? Could I still be called
something.
human?
Yeah, just not the same one, clearly. But it's the same as Makisei's time leap technology, right? I mean, you went through that a bunch of times, didn't you?
He was right. But even if I knew it in my head, it still felt strange.
That didn't click.
I'd been cut off from 25 years of time. It had all been forgotten and left behind in the digital world. Felt like it had been stolen from me.
It's still weird to me that, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'd react. I'm not trying to sit here like, oh, he's making too big of a stink about being asleep for 25 years. Like, that's not, I'm not trying to say that, but like, it isn't as different. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. it was just wild to me that it wasn't that big of a deal to him before. That he was
Right.
like, oh yeah, like I'm killing that Okabe.
Yeah.
Like that Okabe does not exist anymore. And like I'm not really the me is gonna keep existing, but I will shift over there.
Well,
And then
see,
something else keeps rolling, presumably.
yeah, well, that's exactly what
Or
happens. That's
not.
something.
I don't.
It is. So there are essentially infinite okabes, but so
Right. But there's just like a prime something.
the way I read it, the reading Steiner is us, the viewer, right? It's
Right.
like whatever okabe
Like,
we're
so
looking
when I
through.
say prime, not
Yeah.
like necessarily in any. He's not necessarily the most important. But I think it does seem like he is the most important.
In like 99.9% of the time, when a quote unquote time leap happens or a world line shift happens to that okabe, nothing happens. It's just our perspective changes. Like,
Right. We move to a different.
Right.
But he experiences the move.
Yeah,
as
he does.
well. Right. Like
Yeah.
so that's. There is that when I say the prime Okabe perspective,
Yes, yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I.
Yeah.
It's like there is that like thread that we've been following
Yes.
back from the beginning, theoretically, which like you could argue isn't the same person, but at least perceives itself to be the same person between or throughout all of these leaps.
Right.
But it's just they're copying themselves and throwing themselves in the place of another person, but they're not. I don't know. Yeah, you just kill somebody and make yourself think you're somebody else. I don't. It's weird. You make somebody who thinks they're you, really, but whatever. I still can't accept this. I'm with you, Sousa. Oh, don't say that, Sousa. I think we have different complaints, though. You're lucky, Dad. You managed to deceive the whole world that way.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm. Deceive the world. I didn't have a choice.
I'd been deceived too. I'd been told I was fated to die in 2020, and that even in the beta world line that wouldn't change. But no matter how it had happened, I was alive right now. Even in the past, I'd been deceived by the future. And it wasn't just me. Suzuha and everyone else, the whole world had been deceived. Then there was a knock on the outside of the door. There was a visitor, it seemed. Suzuha got close to the door.
Moe Moe for you.
Okay. Hearing the
Yeah,
world's
okay,
most
good guess.
ridiculous password, Suzuha unlocked the door. It opened, and a young girl came in. Uncle Daru, baby Suzuha. Do-do-do.
Kaguri, I told you not to come here unless you had a reason.
Child was a young Kaguri. Sorry, but mommy and everybody else left and they had to come back.
She did call you Uncle Okabe. I think. Kaguri when she was getting her memories back
I
at
think
some
so.
point. Or between that which yeah, she wouldn't have had reason to do if you were dead in the future when she, if you had died 11 years ago or whatever. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that was potentially a thread where we could have seen a long time ago that he must not have actually died. Fun. Now, don't get so mad. You're spoiling her again, Dad. You need to be strict at times like this.
The way they interacted hadn't changed in 25 years. I ignored them, and she seemed to notice me too. Hello. Who are you, mister? Me, I know. I'm a friend of your mother. Hesitated for a moment, but decided not to give her. Hey, Mary's? Yeah, that's. Huh. Mommy nice? Yep.
Yeah, misremembering. She doesn't ever call him uncle.
Like her? Yep, I love her. I could see the love she felt for her mother radiating. Mary must have raised her with a lot of love. Been raised with everything Mary could give her. But after this, she was going to go to the past. She'd be all alone in the past, separated from her beloved Mary. Then they would catch her and use her as a test subject.
Hey, Dad, did you tell Big Sis Maggie that Uncle was up? There we go. Because Suzuha is just apparently bad at fucking, what is it? I guess like whatever, informational discipline, hygiene, whatever you call it. It's bad at OPSEC. Oh no, I forgot. I need to do that.
He took out what looked like a small wireless.
Yeah, this is Barrel Titor. Come in. This is Barrel Titor.
This is Stardust Handshake. Over. The voice I heard from the speaker was definitely Mayuri's. Felt a lot calmer than what I was used to, but it was definitely Mayuri. Wait, Stardust Handshake?
Fucking hilarious.
Mommy! Oh, Kagari-chan, you're an Uncle Daru? Yep.
Didn't you know?
He's busy with something important, so don't bug him too much, okay? Okay.
I'm sure she means well, but Mayuri, how the hell do you not know? It's a war zone. It's a literal war zone. There's like acid rain. How far away are we from each other? How long did the journey from there to here take? Oh man. Anyway, Mayushi, I got special news for you.
Special news?
Yep, you ready for this? Okarin's awake.
Really? Okarin's really?
What's wrong, Mayushi?
Okarin's...
Did Okabe-san wake up? Really? Okarin's awake? Yeah.
Commitment to the bed!
Yeah, for years.
For years, even after
Years,
World
like,
War III.
society has died. There are no more maid cafes. She cannot be an influencer anymore.
I heard one voice I
Still in it.
Uh,
That is really funny.
That's very funny. I heard one voice I knew after another coming from the radio. The voices didn't seem to have changed all that much.
Care who she was before she put on the cat ears.
Well, so I want you three to come back right now. Mayushi, what's wrong, Mayushi? It's no good. She's crying too much to talk. Well, I can see why. She wanted Okarin back more than anyone. Anyway, you should get back here as soon as possible. Got it. We'll come back as soon as we've got provisions.
Everyone else was overjoyed, but I saw that Suzuha clouded.
It's dangerous. You're fucking concentrating everybody in one place. Bad play.
What's wrong, Suzuha? Why are you guys going out to get food? That wasn't planned for today. Huh? Sure it was. We got a message last night that it was today. No, it's a trap. Everyone get back here now.
Scream from the speaker cut her off.
What's wrong? What happened? We're under attack. The enemy. Damn it. Miori-chan, Ferris-san,
Run! I'll hold him off. Yeah, that sounds about right. Luca's a real one. But if we do that, Mule.
I'll be fine. Hurry!
Oh, Luca-kun!
Luca Nyan. Fucking, come on. Some respect, Ferris. He's gonna die out there. Say his name right. Oh, right. Sorry. Right.
Suza started,
Dad,
yeah.
I think was the previous. I'm delayed reading.
Suza started running, and Daru followed after her. Wait, Daru! I'm going too.
But Ogren, in your condition,
Let me go, please. He hesitated for a moment, but then quickly nodded and offered me his shoulder. He was a little thinner than when he was young, but his shoulder was still gigantic. I put my weight on it as we followed Susan. When we finally got there, I saw several silhouettes. I'd been mentally preparing myself for a fierce battle, but the whole place was dead quiet. There were several men dressed like soldiers lying on the ground. In front of them was Suzuha. Kneeling next to her were two women, and at her feet, I could tell at a glance. The person lying there was Lukaku. Two women looked up at me.
Ocarin, Lucanian. Lucanian is.
Mary and Ferris both seemed beaten down by the passage of time.
is she still wearing the gloves? I need to know.
Ah,
Because if she can field strip a rifle with those.
right?
I mean, my God. Okabe, son?
His features had grown more gallant, but his face was still soft and. Lukaku looked at me with hazy eyes.
Is it really you, Okabe, son?
Yeah, look. Me.
You called me Lukaku. Really is you.
A single trail of blood dripped from the mouth. His outfit was stained with blood over his right breast, and the blood dripped over onto the ground. I knew immediately that the wound was fatal.
What I just heard was true.
I was able to wake up. Kaka's hand reached up towards the sky as if he was looking. Maybe he couldn't even see me anymore. When I grabbed his hand, it was very cold.
Okabe, son. I did it. Thanks to the. Oh, man. Yeah, all right. Bringing it back. The Seishinzan, my school, you taught me. I was able to protect Mayuri-chan. And everyone else.
Yeah,
I'm one of you guys now, right? I'm really one of you now, aren't I?
always were one of us. Lukaku reached out a cold hand and touched my cheek, and smiled a dazzling smile.
That makes me happy.
Then, touch on my cheek disappeared. Lukaku! Lukaku! Cold hand fell to the rubble-covered ground. Uh, uh,
Lucanian.
never moved again.
This is like a very quick tone shift. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to laugh in the midst of the death scene, but it just sort of hit me the pace at which we have gone from
Uh-huh.
silliness to and you had mentioned that before, that it was yet, that it had yet to get dark or whatever. But how could this happen?
Dad, Lukaku always wanted to see Oker. Got to see him in the end. Dad, he was glad for this? Miri's word made me realize how hellish the last 25 years I'd slept through been. Shibara Luka. fought splendidly. Saved us. Please. Just not fair. And he screamed loud, which I'm not going.
Mhm. Fist into the sky.
Yeah.
Where's Mayushi?
She cried herself out and went to sleep.
I can understand that. She and Lukashi were good friends.
Mr. Luca.
Lukaku was. He died protecting Mayuri and Ferris. In my mind, his death overlapped with Mayuri's. Mayuri's hands got colder. Lukaku's. It was the same no matter where I went. Mayuri, Lukaku, Risu, everyone dies.
A lot of people died after that war started. All our friends from elementary school, our friends from middle and high school, all our friends from college.
Basically, all our friends.
Basically, all of our friends. Yeah.
Everyone.
Our
Basically,
relatives,
everyone.
Our teachers.
Everyone is dead, Dave.
The people, so on and so forth. So many people. So many people have died.
I knew this day was coming. At least, thought I knew. If I didn't reach Steins Gate, if I'd stayed in the Beta World line, the world would eventually burn. I'd heard it 1,000 times. And I thought I knew what the future would be like. But in the end, it was just a story about the distant future.
Yeah, no, that's real shit.
It didn't feel real at all. I could only imagine it. All I had were vague, unrealistic ideas. All the thousands of nightmares I'd experienced, I thought nothing could be worse than that. But when I saw it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears, and felt it with my own skin, I realized that everything I thought was wrong. Piles of bodies, wild dogs devouring human corpses, dead soldiers, smell of burning flesh, the smell of rotting organs, warmth of Lukaku's blood in my hands, the warmth of Mayuri's blood, the warmth of Kurisu's blood. Thought that if nothing else, I'd manage to save Mayuri. I let Kurisu die, turned my eyes away from reality, and told myself that at least I'd save Mayuri and the others. But in the end, I hadn't saved anyone. Even if I had, I'd only saved myself. I was the only person I'd managed to save. No one else. Not Kurisu, not Mayuri, not Kagari, not Lukaku. I hadn't saved anyone.
What? Release Kurisu from the bonds of Amadeus.
Huh?
A message from you in the year 2025.
Message from myself?
The path to Steins Gate. The path to Steins Gate is a hard one. Trying again once or twice probably won't get you there. But I think starting there is the best way to get to it. I think that many futures are connected to the past. That's what you said 11 years ago. So, this world we're in isn't wasted. It's a world that we need. At least that's what I think. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm okay with things as they are. So, Corinne, why not go back and think about it to the moment when your memory's cut off?
2011? But that's not. I could see my aged body in the glass. Anyway, even if I did go back, what could I do?
You can do it.
Heard a voice I recognized from the radio.
Been a while, Okabe-san. 11 years, I think.
Son,
Look in the back of the room.
as
Oh,
if
it's
he
going to be the Amadeus.
as if he'd known what she was going to say, Daru had moved to a spot in the back of the room where the lights didn't reach. Suddenly, it got brighter, and I saw the phone names change.
Made this after hearing about it from you and Hashida-san, see? It's got a VR headset too.
I got the lift. I got a lifter ready too. I thought this might happen.
Daru went on to explain that for the last 11 years, I maintained an environment where I could receive the time leap.
Bonkers.
Hence, even if I was
But
in
it
a
works.
yeah, even if I was in a coma, as long as they put the receiver up to my head, it'll function. Mir and the others had taken care of my body since. So Daru and Maho had known that this day would come 11 years ago, or maybe I told them so back in 2025.
Improvements mean that it's now impossible to go back in time 336 hours.
Weeks?
But that will only get you part of the way back. We've made the modifications to the machine about 10 years ago, so beyond that, you'll only be able to go 48 hours at a time.
You're beginning to see what's about to happen. In other words, if I wanted to go back to the end of 2011,
Yeah.
I'd need
What?
about 3,000 time leaps.
He was way quicker on that math than I would have been. It's going to be a long and painful journey. But if you're still up for it.
1,000 time leaps. Was I really capable of something like that anymore?
Ooh-wee.
And not only that, but every time he leaps, he wakes up in a from a coma, with his
Right,
body all
yeah.
fucked up again.
It's going to be bad. It's going to get progressively less bad as
Yeah,
you go forward.
that's true.
You would think. That might get nice.
If you get tired, you can rest part way.
Daru,
Don't worry. Whatever year it is will always be with you.
Yahu-san.
You know, I've got a lot of regrets. Because of Amadeus, even after her death, a lot of people tried to use her for evil. For years, for decades. So I want your help, too. Release her. Release Kurisu from that ugly spiral of greed. Save Kurisu. You're the only one who can.
Didn't know if I could do it. There was no guarantee that the path I was about to travel would ever lead to Steins Gate. But even so, get over. What did I do? What should I do?
It's over for decades.
Guys. And
There we go.
Okie dokie.
as soon as the words were out of his mouth, he started getting ready.
Okabe-san. If you ever see Kurisu, tell her that in the future I beat her time leap record 7 times over.
Yeah, got it.
Spite.
If I ever
Through time and space.
if I ever saw Kurisu,
Ocarin, I'm all set.
that was fast.
Pretty simple.
Always keep it maintained.
I figured you would.
I bet.
The phone wave, name subject to change. It looked a little different than what I'd seen in the old lab, but we're still our future gadgets.
Oh, but are you sure you don't want to talk to Big Sis Mayu and the others?
If I don't go now, I think my resolve is going to weaken. And even if I don't see them now, I'll be able to see them whenever I want in the past.
That's right.
Daru smiled as I took the VR headset out of his hand. All right. You 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. See you 2 weeks ago. Hang in there.
Then I jumped back to the past once more. It took a long, long time. The journey was unimaginably long.
Hi.
I will say the anime, the fucking montage they do of it in the anime is pretty fucking.
I was gonna say that's a lot. I didn't know what they were gonna do with that. I was like, how much time are we
Yeah,
gonna spend on this? Out of curiosity, like I don't. There's a lot of ways they could have gone with that. It's abbreviating it and just saying, let's get back to.
yeah.
Yeah, probably a good choice.
I looked at the phone I was holding in my hand. The date read January 31st, 2011. No doubt about it. Back. I'd finally made it back. I'd gone back through so many years. I'd done thousands of time leaps, gone through the war. I'd almost died. I thought of giving up a bunch of times. Time I remembered it all. That ruined world, pile of corpses, screams, the shouting, the dripping blood, and Daru and Maho and how they'd sent me off. After a long, long, unimaginably long time, I finally made it back. Gran, did you get some bad news or something? Huh? You've been kind of spacing out since you picked up the phone. That's not it. Gary was here.
Are you still thinking about New Year's, Meowby? A month in,
Oh man, Meowby. What a
Meowby. That one flows. That's easy. Sometimes they're a little more work.
Ferris was here.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
Daru and Ako and Suzuha and
Wow.
Maho and Kagari were here too.
Oh, I thought that was Kurisu for a second. Stay here. Are you feeling tired after what we did earlier? Sorry, what?
Clear?
Oh, I gotcha. I misread that clearly. When we took the samples of your memories for Amadeus.
Oh. Daru had mentioned that. He said it was at the end of January. No, that's not it. Just no.
I don't. That's why I asked. And we haven't done it this a lot. So,
What is it, Okrin-san? Still can't remember what happened came to this time? Huh? Yeah?
At a love field.
See. You ask. No reason. Wanted to make sure. What? You're
What?
being weird, Okrin-san.
Yeah.
Since I'd come from the future, knew this world line, Kurisu's memories were no longer existing inside Kaguri's. But it doesn't really bother me anymore, though. I mean, Mommy's here, and Luka-kun's here, and Big Sis Rumi's here, too. And there's lots of food, too. So maybe I don't need to force myself to remember. Maybe that was fine. Now, future was going to be sorrow. Yuri for Ferris, Kako, Daru for Suzuha, Kaguri, and for Maho. Time. After everyone had left and I was alone, all the exhaustion came crashing down on me. I time leaped 3,000 times. I thought I'd be able to work things out in my head along the way, but I'd been so desperate past that I hadn't had time. My mind was worn down after all the time leaps. I thought I'd made my decision, but I found myself wavering again, again. I'd only managed to do it by telling myself that I had to get back before I could make any. And now my head just felt so tired. I do. For now, I didn't want to think about anything, but I felt too awake to even sleep. With everyone gone, the temperature in the lab quickly dropped. Freezing. Nothing compared to the cold I felt before. That world I'd seen right after I erased Kurisu's memories from Kagari. Kurisu was there. Yuri was there. Everyone was there. It was a scene from that very brief peace I had during the summer. But that world had been so cold. Now I knew why. That was the world that I experienced while I was asleep. Data. World built out of only ones and zeros. Like being alive, dead, or being forced to stay alive, even though you were dead. People I loved were there, but there was no warmth. I could reach out and touch them, but there wasn't even a bit of warmth. It was like floating in deep, dark space without any light at all. And Makise Kurisu was now experiencing that too. She was all alone in a cold world without the slightest trace of warmth. Raised my hand up. I could see the veins rising up out of it and the red blood flowing in them. I was alive. There was warmth. But could I really say that I was alive? Now that my memories had been digitized, being exposed to that cold world, could I still really be called a human? I heard a knock at the door and turned my eyes.
You've been digitized.
Maho was standing there. Oh, son. Went home.
I forgot something.
That's something?
Anyway, what are you doing here all by yourself?
Maho showed no signs of looking for whatever she had lost. Instead, she came right up and sat down.
You've had that pensive look on your face for a long time now. Is something bothering you?
Back and checked.
Can't take Kurisu's place, but I can still talk to you if you want.
Oh, son. There was no need to worry about whether I could tell her or not. I needed her. For that, she needed to hear everything. Not exactly easy to believe, but listen to me anyway.
What's your problem?
That was the first thing she'd said. Just like last time, it wasn't something that was easy. Maho must have sensed something in the way I spoke because she listened. She interrupted me whenever there was something she didn't understand. She was especially interested in the time machine, time leap. I told her everything I knew about me.
I don't have a choice after seeing the look on your face, and after seeing this too.
Yahu-san.
The answer's something I'd always wondered about. Kurisu had died only a short while after coming to Akihabara. Could you really have gotten to know her in that short span of time? Especially knowing how she is, right? I thought something must have gone on for her to get so close to a boy that fast.
It, oh,
And so what's on your mind?
I turned away from her.
Akabe-san? Hmm. What do you mean?
You heard what I said, right? My memories were turned into data and stored on a hard drive. You could call them artificial memories if you wanted. Can you really say that I'm me anymore? Can you really say that I'm alive? There was blood running through my body. What was in my head had been changed into zeros and ones. Didn't that make me no different than Amadeus?
That's what's bothering you? That's stupid.
Maho just laughed at my words.
Have you ever heard of a philosophical zombie?
It's a thought experiment, right? Something that looks and behaves just like a human but lacks consciousness and emotions, and whether or not you can objectively distinguish it. I hesitated a little as I answered her.
It only operates without, or like it, if I'm right, it doesn't, that's only a functional concept if you're not first person, right?
Right.
Like
you might be a zombie, but I know that I am a thinking thing, right?
Right.
Like, and you, vice, respectively, be the same or whatever. Anyway, well, that's basically right.
She nodded, satisfied, like a teacher.
Then let's say that right here there was an AI that looked just like a human. It looks like a human and it acts like one too. When someone's in trouble, it reaches out to help them, and when it's sad, it cries. Maybe those are just pre-programmed processes, but humans are no different. Everyone thinks and reacts in accordance with their own individual processes. No, see, this is not what I was getting at. We just happen to call these processes things like consciousness and feelings.
Thought I understand. In other words, AIs have feelings too?
At least, we scientists are doing our best to create them.
Puffed out her chest with pride.
So, Okabe-san, do you think you're not an AI with emotions?
Looked like a person and thought was like them. Had feelings too. They
There you
were
go.
a person.
Yes.
Oh.
Right. Right? It's the memories that make someone who they are anyway. Eh. Memories are, but probably, yeah, the perspective. I feel like that's got to be a core component of
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, getting into weird nebulous area of
Philosophy.
metaphysics. Yeah. Memories are everything people have experienced since they were born. So, Okabe Rintaro, even if your memories were once data, you've got your body and your memories. You're human. You're Okabe Rintaro. Don't worry about it. That's the bit that you really got to focus on at the end there. Don't worry about it.
Kahu-san.
And anyway, doesn't there you go. See this? That's the real
Yeah.
thing. Is that at the end of the day, if you're not human, you never were. You
Right.
weren't already. You already weren't. So whatever. And anyway, doesn't Kurisu's time leap machine digitize data to send it back in time? So is there any need to worry about this now?
Maho keeping it real.
Yeah, like, hey, dummy.
Daru had told me in the future too. But strangely, when she said it, it made me feel better.
It's because Daru has a southern accent. It's not as credible.
Maybe Kurisu would have been able to come up with a better way to put it, but
No, that's not true. Maho had given her opinion as a brain scientist that that I was still me, and since she was a brain scientist, I believed her. There was a
God, I love
strength
it.
in her words, just like there'd been in Kurisu's when she'd driven me forward.
Give me a business card that says brains.
Yeah.
Maybe that's normal. Maybe it isn't as weird in the industry or what in the brain science industry as it sounds to me, a layman. But
Oh,
silly.
I remembered what Maho had said before.
you're a genius, and in the end, I'm just Salieri.
He'd been speaking to the memories of Kurisu, but Kahu-san, you're not Sally
Huh?
or Hamade. Right. I'm here right now, alive and here in this time, and here in this time, not in that cold sea of black data. I'm here, and the light came on in the darkness. My cold heart began to warm, but Risu, he was still trapped inside that sterile, lifeless world that froze you to the depths of your soul. Even after her death, her memories were. There were all kinds of conspiracies forming around her living. Even after she lost her body, Kurisu's pain continued. No, it wasn't just Kurisu. Kagari and Suzuha, and in the future, Mayuri, Ferris, Lukaku, and Daru, too. Everyone was suffering, everyone was miserable, but they still tried to move forward. All I had cared about was whether Mayuri survived. I thought that even if World War III came, no matter what happened to the world, as long as Mayuri was happy, that was all that mattered. I tried to think that.
This.
Yeah,
I didn't think
fucking
that they were
Steins
gonna
Gate good
like,
is good, man.
like grow the fuck up, you
Right.
cuphead.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, you selfish prick.
Yeah.
But like, okay, all right, we were getting there. This is like real growth.
Yeah. I
Imagine.
thought that no matter how much blood and tears awaited us in the future, as long as things were fine now, that was all that mattered. I thought I
I mean,
understood.
he did grow and change in the last one too. Like he's
Yeah.
knocked down the whole yo you bullshit.
I thought I
Anyway,
understood
sorry.
how awful the future that Suzuha was, and how hard Daru and Suzuha would have to fight. I thought I understood all that. Suzuha firing her gun and staining her hands with blood like it was nothing at all. Mayuri and Ferris, pale and colorless. Lukaku lying on the ground and never getting up again. Kagari and the others whose lives were ruined by fate. I'd seen them with my own eyes and touched them with my own hands, and then I finally understood. I'd been only pretending to know. I could run away. I told myself that I was going to die in 2025 and looked the other way. I wasn't dead. Everyone just thought so. Everyone had been deceived. Right. Deceived. Me in the past, and everyone else in the future. The world deceived. I thought the future was settled, but a different future awaited me.
The path to Steins Gate is a hard one. Trying again once or twice probably won't get you there. But I think starting there is the best way to get to it. That's what you said 11 years ago. Excuse me. So this world we're in Wasted. It's a world we need. At least that's what I think.
I had no way of knowing what. All I knew that was that 14 years from now, I would know this day was coming. So maybe I should do what I said. If that future in 2036 was necessary, then maybe a world where Kurisu was released from her electronic prison was. No matter how hard the path would be, I had to take the first step. And what I needed right now was that step. Yoho-san,
What?
can you help me a little more before you go back to America?
Okay, but on two conditions. First, you let me look at that time machine.
And second,
You're going to let me call you Okurin-san. You'll call me Maho. I don't think they're too much, do you?
there was an innocent smile on her face, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Right, Maho.
Thanks, Okurin-san.
She put her small hand against mine. I felt it.
What is it, Okurin? Why didn't you call me back after I had already left?
That's right. I don't live that close to here. If you wanted to talk about something, you should have said so before I left.
I called all the lab mems back after they go home. They weren't happy. So, what do you want to talk about, Okarin?
Oh my god. Hmm. Is it something you couldn't tell us on Rhine or the phone?
Yeah, but first, Suzuha.
Or are we just spilling the beans? What?
I have a question. What do you think about me?
What do you mean?
Wait, Okrin, you can't. Even for you, Ocarin, I'm not giving you Susan. Daddy won't allow it. Never.
I ignored Daru, who seemed to have gotten the wrong idea completely, and turned back to Suzuha. You've been watching me since last summer. What have you been thinking about me? I want your honest opinion.
You're sure? To be honest, you've been pissing me off.
Honest. Chuckled.
It's not just me. Dad and Big Sis Mayu. It's Big Sis Rumi and Mr. Luca and Kagari. In the future, everyone suffers. They don't even know if they're going to be alive tomorrow. They might die horribly, like my mom did. And they're trying their best to survive anyway. But all you do is whine and act like you're the only person in the world with problems.
Once she started talking, it didn't stop.
This has been building.
This must have been building up for a long time.
Been there. I get that. See, the train starts rolling.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I know you've been through a lot. I know you suffered again and again until you finally couldn't go on. But you're all we have, Uncle Ocarin.
She looked down, clenched her fist, and gritted her teeth.
If I could take your place, I'd do anything. No matter what I had to go through, no matter how much it hurt, I'd do it. Suzuha. But there's nothing we can do. You're the only one who can do anything.
Suddenly looked up, and I could see on her face all the complicated feelings.
All you do is talk about how it's impossible, or you can't do it, or you don't want to. You just whine, and you won't even listen to me. I never said anything because Dad was around, but you've always pissed me off. A lot of the time, I just wanted to punch you.
Probably felt good to get that off her chest.
Did you feel that was well disguised, or... Suzuha, you didn't need to go that far. Yeah, that's right. Ocarin understands, yeah.
I did understand. Yeah. I understood that something had to be done. Then why not do it?
Punch your ass, duh. Do what?
You want to hit me, right? Then hit me.
I want you to punch me as hard as you can. Huh? But...
No need to hold back.
Straight up.
Susan, stop it. Ocarin is... I'm
Bam.
Mary.
You got her license. She's held back longer than I would have expected.
This was my way of settling things with Suzuha, with the future, and with myself.
That's getting off easy.
Ocarin's...
Is that your fetish? And I guess it won't stop you, but... Which weird. You're really sure?
Suzuha took a step towards me.
You tell me I can punch you in the face. I don't know if you're getting are you sure?
Yeah. I was ready.
All right. This is gonna hurt.
Huh? No, wait. You can go easy.
Bam! Yeah.
Hit that reset button, girl.
Boop.
Ah!
You said that I didn't have to hold that back.
He hit me hard enough to knock me across the room.
No, sorry. I guess I put a little too much force into it. I just had a really loud crunch.
Are you okay, Ocarin? Everyone ran over and looked down at me. Yeah, hurt a lot. It probably did more damage to my brain than reading Steiner or the time leaps. But it did what it needed to do.
It gets the laugh job back. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okabe-san?
It woke me up. Now I just had to do what I could.
man. Yeah, they had done. I forgot that they had like made the Kiyoma thing as like a like he's doing it to cheer like a facade he puts up
Yeah.
to psych everybody else up and make their life seem less
Yep.
miserable or whatever. And like I don't know, yeah, they did make Ocarin develop as a character going, in the last one. I don't want to made it seem like I didn't think that. Ocarin. Is that Hyoma?
Ocarin.
No, Mayuri. I am Hyoyen Kiyoma.
Hyoma-san.
Yes, my name is Hyoyen Kiyoma. Lab Mem 001, the founder of this lab, the seeker of chaos, the mad scientist who will overthrow the ruling structure of the world. Hyoyen Kiyoma! Lukako,
Right.
bring me my lab coat.
Right. Okay. I mean, Hyoma-san. Hyoma's back. Yeah. Dad, what is this? You did it, Souza. Ocarin's finally ready to fight. There you go, Kiyoma-san.
Indeed. I put my lab coat on for the first time in a very long time.
Indeed.
It had been sitting on.
Very
Yeah.
line. I would say that a lot.
It had been sitting on the shelf in the back so long that it smelled a little moldy.
That's okay.
That's right. This is it. This is my holy silver armor. At this point, Hyoyen Kiyoma has awakened. He has revived from his long slumber.
He snapped.
Kagari and Maho were seeing Hyoyen Kiyoma for the first time, and they were shocked into silence.
Reasonable. What just happened? Did that punch drive him crazy?
Remember. Oh,
Huh?
in Kioma. Mommy used to talk about him all the time. She said that someday Yoyin Kioma would come back to life and bring light to our future.
I'm having a really hard time keeping up with all this. That's okay, Ma.
You
missed the first
Lilliputian!
Okay.
That's a great name for her.
That was pretty clever. I'm upset, but it's a good pun. Like, God damn it. That's a lot of wow. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
what is
layered.
going on? Yeah, that's deep. That's good
You.
stuff.
I'm talking to you.
No, that's clear. What? You're not talking to me, are you?
Come now, Lilliputian. Who else would be worthy of such a moniker?
Let me put it together. Who are you calling a Lilliputian?
I gave you the honor of being Lab Mem 009. You shall be my servant and participate in our operations.
Do I have to be your servant? And what the hell is a lab mem?
Just like the name suggests, it means you're an official member of this lab. You must feel very honored.
I've been in labs. They don't call it that. Honored?
Next, Sheena Kagari.
Eh?
You're Lab Mem 010. Got it?
Okay.
Wait, Kiyoma. We don't get to be lab mems, yeah.
Ferris and Lukaku seemed upset. Come to think of it,
That's fair.
I made them lab mems in the Alpha World line, but not this one. I never told you, but of course, you're already lab mems.
Right, because he did keep the count going.
Lukaku is 006, and Ferris 007, and Suzuha is 008. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yay. Yeah, he's stupid. I don't quite understand, but Roger.
Wait, Ocarin, who's 004 and 005?
Those two numbers are reserved for Kurisu, Moeka. To be honest, I didn't like the idea of leaving Moeka as an official lab mem, but in order to reach a future where that could be true, I would have to face the past, right? That was my decision.
I don't. I mean, okay, whatever, dude.
Now that everyone's
Honestly, a
here.
missing lab mem number seems like it's really on point.
Yeah.
Really want that. Like the secret of lab mem 5. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Now that everyone's here, I have something to declare. As of today, January 31st, 2011, we will begin a new operation. Our goal is to annihilate the coming future, to overturn the future of a world itself. That is our goal. Got it?
I love the goal of annihilating the future.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's me. We will now execute a new operation. My future
The
self.
phone thing.
Yeah.
The fucking phone thing.
My future self told me that Steins Gate waits beyond several futures. Even if that future that awaits us is a path of thorns, it will not be useless. I know it will take an incredible amount of time to reach the door we seek. Many different organizations may rise up to stop us, but I'll start over as many times as it takes. Pray for my success, El Sai Kangru.
After I finished my phone call, I realized that everyone was staring at me.
Is that what this was like the whole time?
Please
Oh
don't
my
look at me
God.
like I'm embarrassed too.
Look, I can't help it. Okay.
What did I just see?
This is, I know, it's like a ceremony.
He's out of practice. He used to be a lot smoother. on
Yeah.
the uptake for his improv, you know, it's just it's out of practice. It's a muscle. You gotta keep it. Honed. A ceremony, right?
Yes, this was a ceremony. A ceremony to stop my fears from getting the best of me again.
Well, wait, Ocarin's son, don't tell me you did that around Kurisu.
I am not Okabe. I'm Kiyoma.
Are you messing with me? Mahotan, don't give him too much of a hard time. He's still trying to figure things out. Huh.
Oh, this is Hyoyin Kiyoma-san, huh? That's right. He's the insane mad scientist.
The reincarnation and the reincarnation of an ancient alchemist. Yeah,
Makes sense. He's also the master of the Senshin Zanma school.
Ow.
Sorry, Dad. I'm having trouble keeping up.
I think that's the second time she said that.
Can we slow down?
Please don't stare at me like that. Breaking my heart.
So, what exactly is the plan?
First, let me make something clear. Our final goal is a future where World War III never occurs.
Just like I told myself a second ago, I didn't expect to get to the world line we wanted, Steingate world, immediately. Just like I had to build up to the beta world line little by little, I'd have to go through many pasts, futures. To do that, I first had to write this world's line. This world had lost Kurisu. The price for that was dire. But I wouldn't let the future that awaited us, so full of suffering and pain, I wouldn't let it happen. Everything had to begin with that, even if the future before us would end up never having happened at all. That was my responsibility, since I'd chosen this. I told you all that I've been through several world line changes since coming to the beta world line. First, we need to remove the cause of those changes.
What is it? Yeah.
Makise Kurisu's laptop and hard drive, and her memories that are stored in Amadeus.
Time machine paper contained on the hard drive and all of its memories relating to it. All of those world line It was safe to assume that they'd been caused by Stratfolk and the others fighting over them. Thus, the final goal of our operation is to destroy Kurisu's laptop and hard drive and delete her memory data.
You can't delete Kurisu's memory data. You can't. Are you serious?
Yes.
But those memories are all we have left of her. They're all we have to prove that she was ever here. I don't want to delete them.
I knew how she felt. Till a few days ago, I agreed. Then you're okay with them being misused?
That's not.
On my way to this world line, I saw her memory start wars again and again, and many people have been caught up in that. Kagari was just one of them. What happened to Kagari in the past several years, that probably hadn't changed in this world, which meant that it was just another tragedy caused by the Pandora's box that memories. And I've experienced that world of data too. I've experienced its cold. Right, I knew. I knew how cold that world was. The world inside a tiny box with no past, present, or future. Do you want to leave Kurisu in that cold, dark world forever? We've got proof that she existed right here. I put my finger to my. We've got what we remember and what we've got the chance to build. A peaceful world where a third world war never happens. Isn't that all the proof we need that she was alive? Maho felt silent as the whole group turned towards her.
That's really cheesy. If Kurisu heard that, she'd laugh at you.
I'm sure she would.
But maybe it's a little it's a cheesy cliche because it's true.
Maho's dark frown became a smile.
I'll do what you want me to.
Thank you. Daru, you've got Kurisu's laptop and hard drive, right?
Yep. I got it from Maho Tan and hid it somewhere it wouldn't be found easily.
As soon as we're done with Amadeus, destroy them.
You're sure?
He looked back at Maho, and this time she nodded.
Yeah, but let me do it. Okay.
The problem now was Amadeus. Maho, do you still have access to Amadeus' server?
Yeah, I should. Hashida-san, can I borrow your computer? Huh? Oh, sure. Just a second. Let me close out some tabs here.
Daru motioned for her to stop.
Down the keyboard.
Daru motioned for her to stop with one hand and then started typing something on the board.
Oh my god, he actually is closing out a fucking porn, isn't he? I goddamn knew it. What are you doing, Darunyan? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? I don't buy it.
Just some tricks to make sure our IP isn't tracked. Go ahead.
Maho took over from Daru at the computer.
All he had to do was one click at the end to activate his VPN.
Uh-huh.
The rest of it was closing out tabs of porn. Oh, whoops, no.
Huh? That's strange. I can't access it.
What do you mean?
You mean you got the wrong password?
Yeah, because Maho would forget her password.
Right, that's what that means.
I wouldn't make that mistake. Do you know how many times I've entered that password?
Maho tried the password a few more times. Still couldn't access the server.
Looks like my access has been revoked. What's going on with this? I'll call the professor.
Maho took out her phone and called Dr. Leskinen. Phone next to her ear for a moment, and then put it.
Disconnected? No good. He's not picking up.
He tried calling Dr. Reyes too, but
Jeez, what's going on with this thing?
I guess it wouldn't be that easy, huh? If Maho's access rights had been taken away, then it must have meant that someone was about to do something. Let's try another approach. Can you hack the Victor Condrey University servers?
Okay. Just give me a second. Actually, I'm sorry. I gotta run to the bathroom here. Burst in. I'll be
Oh, yeah,
back.
go ahead. You're good.
All right. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
You're making it sound easy. Our lab security is pretty tight.
Don't worry. Daro's a super hacker.
You mean a hacker, man?
He had broken CERN security
Not
in just
like, a hacker man. That's different.
he had broken CERN security in just 20 hours. I had absolute faith in him. Daru and Maho were staring at the screen, discussing something. He was probably asking her for details to make his hacking work. I needed to do what I could while I waited. I went back into the development room. The box that had... Miuri looked over my shoulder into the box.
Ow! It's a microwave.
I'm not using it to heat up your fried chicken, okay?
Too bad. I was gonna make some juicy chicken #1 for everyone if they're hungry.
That was like an order number one. Is it a micro? Is that just like the brand of a frozen meal?
As
or
far,
something? It doesn't
as far as I
matter.
know.
It doesn't matter, I guess.
First, I needed to reconstruct the phone wave, name subject to change. After that, I'd have Maho help me make the time leap machine. On my way back from the future, I'd memorized every bit of how it worked, so it didn't...
Shida-san, you're amazing.
It was about 30 minutes later when I heard Maho's odd voice. Did you get it?
For a top quality hacker like me, this is nothing.
The name Super Hacker isn't just for show then, huh? All right, see if you can find Amadeus's data.
Hold on, I'm opening it now.
I swallowed and looked at the screen as I listened.
It's gone. Amadeus, Kurisu's memories, all the folders that should be there are gone.
Those. It already.
We did.
I unlocked my phone and called up the home screen. Amadeus's icon was still there. Hey, do you think we could axe Amadeus from this app? Maho looked over at my phone.
Okay, so this is back to a timeline where they did develop it then, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously.
right, because that's where Kagari's memories
Yeah.
weren't being overwritten
Yep.
in the memory that does have. Is that right?
Yep. You got it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I mixed that up, and so I was confused when we came back to this one. But anyway, I don't know. I was expecting us to not have Amadeus for some reason, but I think I just didn't keep up with the last switchover. If Amadeus's data is gone from the server, I don't think it would work. Give it a try. What's wrong?
I was just thinking about what I'd do if it connected. To be careful.
That's right. Someone might be watching you. Hmm?
What is it, Daru?
Look, there's a, yeah, I was gonna say there's a memory folder or mem, and it was locked. I don't know. I'm no super hacker, but usually that seems like a place to start. But look, there's a folder with another lock on it. Which one? That one there with the lock on it.
Maho leaned forward and stared at the monitor.
That's strange. That didn't used to be there. It's pretty heavily secured. Way more than the rest of the system. Was that where Amadeus was moved? But who would do that? Only Dr. Leskinen has that level of authority.
Maybe Dr. Leskinen's up to something. We don't know it. Or maybe something happened to him. Another possibility was a piece. Daru, we'll leave that folder alone for now. Next, I want you to hack Stratfolk servers.
Let's just knock him out. Maybe make a list so he can economize his time more effectively. Set up some of these long-term brute forces to go all at the same time. Huh? Stratfolk, why?
They are probably involved in all of this. You've done it once before. Can you do it again?
Wait, how do you know that? Are you psychic?
Who do you think I am? The insane mad scientist knows all. Give me a sec, he said.
Wild.
He typed something else into the computer.
symbol. Like, it's crazy. Literally, it's fucking crazy. It's so wild. It's such a cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's fun. That's still like. That's like that thing that like carried it through all the goofiness, being able to like have a heart. That like at the end of it, it's like, oh my god, this is kind of awesome. It's also wild and dumb, but it's kind of awesome. Stratfolk servers, got it.
I could tell he'd done it once before. This time he got it through a lot faster than it took him to break into the university.
I thought it was Brian, but it's Brain. I don't know who these Bryans are, but clearly they're important. So, you just want me to find data on that Amadeus system? FSCK. What is that? Anyway, hold on.
Maha leaned her tiny body forward again, took the mouse from Daru. She clicked on an icon. Screen filled with some kind of text.
Oh, right, because they're used to reading Japanese. So, this is a report.
She opened several more files, but since they were written in English, what are those reports about?
Experiments. Stratfolk was experimenting on humans.
Experiment. Humans.
Just had that in Word documents.
Yeah.
It looks like Stratfolk was working on human memory transplantation. They did a lot of experiments trying to transfer memories from one person to another.
That was
bad idea. How would you know if it worked? Wild choice. It's Some fucking vault tech level.
Uh-huh.
They started with animals, but by the end they were using live humans. They used people with no relatives as subjects, kids, adults, people from different ethnic backgrounds.
Strange little girls from the future. He looked down
You
at the
know,
report again.
random orphans.
What is it? Is there something else?
Looks like they were about to start a new memory transplant experiment.
It was safe to assume the experiments had something to do with the time machine. They were trying to force open the black box of memories in order to gain information about the time. Even if they couldn't get the password for the laptop from Amadeus, they could access her memories directly, give them everything they needed.
Right from the box.
Just like what
Learn by proxy.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
it was just like what had been done to Kagari in the last world line, or advanced level. Our priority now is finding Kurisu's memory data. Daru, think it's there. He took the mouse back from Maho and sighed.
Nope. No luck. I'm not seeing anything.
What's going on? Hadn't Stratfolk stolen the Amadeus data from Victor Condria?
That university server is the most suspicious. That one with the lock folder.
Meant that they were working without data. Which meant that they were working without stealing the data? Okay. Did they hack it like we did, or
They're cooperating. It's you know there's that base underneath the body. Mr. Hyoyuin, whatever it is that I'm supposed to say after Mr. Get it together. What's the plan?
we'll believe Maho, Daru. You get us in.
Can, but it's gonna be a pain.
How long is it going to take?
I couldn't tell you. Might take more than 12 hours.
Daru said so. It must be really heavily protected.
And if they catch me hacking halfway through, it's all over.
Needed to in to get rid of memory data. And until Daru finished, we needed to keep Stratfolk. The problem was, how? What happens to my location data when I'm talking to Amadeus?
It all gets recorded. Of course, the people who've got Amadeus's program can see it.
Thought so.
The question is, do we contact her or not?
First, I needed to see if the app worked anymore. It did. Maho, can I ask you something crazy?
Buddy, we're in the time travel arc.
A full day had passed since the operation began. Daru still hadn't managed to break the lock on that folder. Thankfully, they hadn't detected him yet, but that didn't mean we were safe. While Daru did his work, I finished my own and then handed the rest off to Maho. My actions might have changed the future already. Still had to do our jobs. Souza had her arms crossed, expression stern. She had been that way for a while. At a glance, she looked calm, but I could see her tapping her arms with her.
You're a fucking crazy poser. Oh, no, yeah, I don't have a job. I don't like this. Uncle, is there nothing I can do?
We were finally ready to stop World War III. It had bothered her that there was nothing she could do. It had to be stopped as soon as possible, but all she could do now. Frustrated, edge, but that was true of everyone else. Wait a little longer. Daru and Maho are doing their best. Once Maho completed what I'd asked for, there would be something we
I'm gonna go get us something sweet to eat. Yeah. See, Ferris, self-directed, showing initiative, taking it upon herself, all right, to get a task and contribute to the group effort. Sweets are great when you're tired. Yeah. Oh, then I'll go too.
Just as the two of them stood up, the development room's curtain opened. Maho flinched a little, stared at her, but she quickly smiled. Then she thought better of it and tried to be serious.
That's funny. Like, smiling, and they're like, wait, no, serious face, yes.
Sheesh. You didn't have to ask me to do all of this at once, did you?
Sorry. So, is it done?
I did what you told me to, I guess.
The microwave in the back was connected to a different headset in the. It was the same one she used. That's why she'd been able to finish this in a short time. Time leap machine. So it was done then. Now, even if I had a time leap from the go back to 48 hours from now.
And this too.
Offer me a pair of smartphones. These gadgets would be our secret upcoming. I had Maho make them too. They use a simple AI to create a skill response algorithm for our opponent. Wow. I can't believe you managed to make an AI in such a short time.
You were the one who told me to do it.
Her face looked exhausted.
I had the voice software I used for Amadeus, so I was able to build it quicker. And this isn't anything as complicated as an AI. You really think you can fool her with this? It's Kurisu we're talking about here.
We just have to deceive her for a short time. All we need to do is keep their eyes off of Daru's hacking. The goal was to just keep Strat focused. We didn't need to hold a long conversation. We just hook it up for a short time and end the call short. It was time to get started. First, character.
Each time. Yeah.
I hit the send button on a message I already typed to Kiryu Moeka. Just do it like we discussed. Once it was done, I turned towards the group. I will now explain the operation. Suzuha, Mayuri, Ferris, and Lukako offered them phones that I'd just been given by Maho. I'm going to have you pair off. Then, I want you to take these phones and move around the city. It would be best to have the pairs as far apart as possible. One can take the Chuo line, the other can take the Yamanote line. Stay in touch and use the app on the phone called Amadeus. While Daru was doing his hacking, I have left Akihabara and tried to contact Amadeus from Tokyo Station, and it had worked. Kurisu had responded. I'd cut it off instantly. I was sure of it. The app was still working. This plan was going to use it. What do we do once it's running? Amadeus is an AI made from the memories of a girl named Makise Kurisu. We're going to deceive her. Right. Our goal was to deceive Kurisu. When we contacted Amadeus, the enemy would know where we were. My plan was to take advantage of that fact. When you boot up the Amadeus app, it will start another program too.
What's the other program? Yeah.
Can you hit the icon with the S right there?
This, yeah.
Sarah tapped her phone.
Ah, Salieri, of course.
Hello, it's me.
Oh, it's Okarin's voice.
Try talking to it.
What's up, yeah?
Nothing really. I just wanted to talk to you a little. Said Rintaro with a question mark.
Oh, it automatically answers, huh?
What I'd asked Maho to make was a simple program that detected words and phrases in a conversation and replied with set patterns. You could call it an artificial non-intelligence or chat GPT.
Chatbot. We've had these since like the fucking 90s. They didn't have voice stuff, but you know.
It's a bot made by Okarin Son and myself. We call it Salieri.
Thanks to the famous movie, Salieri was known as a lesser man with an inferiority complex, but in reality, he was a very talented composer. It felt a bit rude to the real Salieri to give his name to something like this, but there wasn't time to worry about that now. Once you activate Amadeus, our bot is set to automatically respond to it.
You know, really all I know about Salieri came from
Yeah.
the movies. So if that's, yeah, sucks for his memory, I guess.
In other words, we can make them think it's you talking?
That's right. Which meant Amadeus would think I was where they were. I would have liked to have had more terminals, but since Amadeus needed the cell phone to be registered with systems, there weren't many I could use. All I had was my phone and Maho's, but for a short period of time, it would be enough. Of course, Maho's phone had her own version of sound. And then there was the message I sent to Moeka's room. The plan was for her to spread information indicating that Maho and I had Kurisu's laptop and hard drive. Even if they were doing the memory experiments, they still wouldn't want someone else getting their hands on them. Sooner or later, they pick up on that information and come after me with everything they. Amadeus was in their hands. If Amadeus's location data told them I was there, they would come looking. We wouldn't be there at all. And then they'd get a call from someplace completely different. There, the plan was to keep them occupied with that and keep their eyes off the server hack. That is your mission. Everyone nodded.
You are using your friends as bait there.
I'll say again. You must absolutely not make contact with Amadeus for an extended period of time. And once you hang up, you'll need to move. If something happens, call me immediately. You need to do these things no matter what. Got it? What did I do? Kagri raised her hand hesitantly. They know your face. You should stay here. But I want to help too. I don't want to do nothing while Mommy and everyone else are helping. Well, problem. Please, Okran-san, let me help too. I understood how she felt, but I still couldn't put her in danger. I'm sorry, but
Make something up.
And me, she's gonna work hard. So just do as Okran says, okay? Okay, if you go, Mommy. That seemed to be good enough for her.
Cool. Shouldn't we hide Kagari somewhere until this is all over?
But where? If we were going to hide her, it would have to be at Lukaku's house, Ferris's place.
I'll go to my hideout.
Hideout? You've got a hideout?
I've got a lot of them, thanks to my job. If you want one, it's yours.
Right then, settled. Are you okay with that, Kagari?
Yeah, all right.
The issue is that I couldn't leave Kagari alone.
Susan. Oh, God.
I assume this is Moeka?
Has to be, right?
Something nice.
Oh, Yuki.
Oh, of course. Yuki.
Huh?
Not to be trusted.
I turned around and saw that at some point Yuki had entered the room.
At some point. Yuki-san. Huh. Totally forgot she existed. Did she? Did he? Did that happen? Or are you lying? Shida-san gave me a key to the lab.
She showed us the key in her hand apologetically.
And last night I called him and he seemed like he was really busy with something. So I bought him some snacks.
You put the key.
Kind of been listening for a while.
Put the key away, and then showed us a bag with the logo of a local cake shop on it.
I don't know what's going on, but I was hoping there would be something I could do. But we can't get you involved.
No, she has to stay with Kagari. It should be fine.
Yeah, putz.
Before, I thought that it was maybe Yuki who'd attacked the lab. But looking back, that was wrong. If she was the woman in the motorcycle suit, there was no need to do something so elaborate. She could have just used the fact that she was in the same circle as Kagari to invite her someplace, kidnap her. There was no need to take the risk of attacking the lab.
Unless they needed, I don't know. You're right, though.
Thanks.
I still think she's in on it.
All right, Yuki-san, stay with Kagari. I want you staying at Daru's hideout until this all blows over. He can tell you where to go. Once things calm down.
Just put Suzuhain on it. Like, why not? What's wrong with you? You fool.
Once things calm down, I'll tell you what's going on.
All right.
He nodded. Now everything was ready. I looked around at everyone in the lab. Okay, guys. Now, just follow the plan and...
Hey, Okarin, you don't want to say goodbye to Kurisu-san?
Amadeus was an artificial intelligence. She was an artificial being, not Kurisu herself.
Say goodbye, okay? But you won't regret it.
Miri handed back the phone. I just... Right.
Huh.
And you all just...
This is gonna be one of the changes too.
I left Mayuri and Lukaku behind. I made contact with Amadeus. That's why I chosen this place. This was the first place I let Kurisu know how weak I was, back when everything seemed at its darkest. And an advertising van passed by, blaring jaunty opera music at a loud volume that clashed horribly with its flashy paint job. I waited for it to get out of earshot before I tapped the Amadeus icon. She showed herself immediately.
It's been a long time.
That's right.
I thought you'd forgotten me.
Never forget. Been busy. Any goodbyes have I said now? I said goodbye to her. Never gotten used to it.
So, what is it today?
There was something I wanted to ask.
What? You want to know if you can make a time machine again? Uh, that was a joke. Keep going.
Just hypothetically, if you could give up your life to...
Not sure I understand what you're getting at.
You must have been able to tell from my words and expression that you took on the serious well.
That friend's somewhat special, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are still many things I want to do, many things I have to do, but even so, if I could make that friend and the people around me happy, maybe I would. Sorry, never had that happen to me, so all I can do is imagine. Which means I can't give you a real answer, but if there was still one person who could remember me, there's still one person who wouldn't forget. I was gonna say, this sounds familiar. Anyway, forget about me. Forget about what happened today and everything that came before. That's what I want. Huh?
We'll never vow to get me through the long time to come.
Oh, Kabe-san?
Sorry for asking.
No, I don't mind. Did something happen?
No, it's not. Nothing. Anyway, bye.
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, no, I just felt like I was never gonna see you again. Whew.
That's not true.
Of course, right? I don't know where I got that idea. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't goodbye forever. I'd see you. Say goodbye. Till I see you again. Again.
Yeah. See you again.
Got no idea how long it will take. Going to reach. Promise. I went back to Mayuri and Lukaku and gave them the phone.
You say your goodbyes?
I'm counting on you guys.
Yep.
I watched them disappear into the crowded station and went. The van was still playing its loud music as it drove down the street. 5 hours had passed since the operation had. Oh. The only sound in the room was of Daru's fingers on. How's it going, Daru?
Doesn't look like they found us.
Gonna take a lot more time?
At least 3 more hours.
Guess it was going to be easy after all. Daru must have been exhausted, but he was still working. Miuri and the others were still sending me regular messages. Miuri had paired off with Lukaku and Ferris with Suzuha. Since they knew each other so well, they were doing a great job of working together. Tokyo. Suzuha had told me that she'd seen shady-looking people several times, and Moeka had sent me a message saying that they'd taken the bait. For now, the operation was succeeded without anyone getting hurt. They didn't expect it to last forever. Wanted to get Kurisu's memory data deleted as fast as possible, but in the end, the only choice was to rely on Daru. Sorry about this, Daru.
You promised not to say that, buddy.
I remembered how he looked 25 years in the future. Even in that far distant future, still my friend.
Son, can I have a second?
So a little bit ago, Maho had been resting to recover from her exhaustion, but at some point she must.
Look at this.
Handed me a stack of papers. It was a printout of report. She must have been looking at it after she'd woken up. This.
A list of Stratfolk's experimental test subjects.
Rows of names, sexes, and ages, and other information.
Look here.
She pointed her small finger at one. Said, Hinakagari?
She was one of Stratfolk's guinea pigs.
Known it was a possibility. That's why they'd been looking for her. And she had Kurisu's memories, too. Still, it was one thing to suspect it, and another to see proof.
Goodness, sorry. But they never made it to the last phase of the experiments, it looks like. It says she ran away just before they got the chance.
That made me feel a little better. Kagari still had Kurisu's memories. I would have seen a repeat of her in the last world. This must be another effect of the world line. But there was still no doubt that she had been in the Stratfolk's hands for years, and she'd been the subject of many experiments during.
I'm a little worried.
Maho must have been thinking I was. Kagari was alone with Yuki at Daru's hideout right now.
Holy shit, does Kurisu run Stratfolk? Like Amadeus Kurisu? That'd be a trip. Anyway.
Who's calling me now? I'm busy.
The ringing that suddenly interrupted our conversation was coming from Daru's phone.
It's Amaneshi. What's up?
Had a bad feeling.
Oh, UK. Yeah, hello? Amaneshi? What is it? Did something happen? Huh? Kagari-tan was what?
What happened to Kagari?
She says she's gone.
What?
Gasp!
I grabbed the phone out of his hand and put it at my ear. Me, Okabe. Is Kagari really gone?
Could be, son. I'm sorry. I was right next to her.
What happened? Did she get kidnapped?
No, Kagari-san left on her own. I tried my best to stop her, but she was so strong.
What was going on? Was Yuki really... No, that was impossible. If Yuki was working for Stratfolk, she wouldn't be calling me. But then why had Kagari run off on her own?
Man, you've had some really convoluted schemes involved in this whole time travel business. I think you're ruling stuff out because logic dictates it must not, like, oh, well, simplest solution, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, can you put it on speaker? I want to hear this too.
I hit the button to switch the call to speakerphone.
Yuki-san, tell me more about what happened before Kagari-san ran off. Was there anything strange? All the data's gone. Yeah. So she's in Kagari now. Yeah. I don't know if she was always scamming from the beginning, but I think that's my theory so far is that actually it was Amadeus Kurisu all along or something. I don't know. We'll see. No, we were just talking. Did you see or hear anything strange? No. Oh, wait. Come to think of it, I did hear some weird music from outside. It was like some kind of jingle from an advertising van. I remember it because it was really loud. Dun dun
Advertising van?
dun. Ooh, are they gonna tie the Chaos Child shit in with this?
Was it the one I'd
Interesting.
seen this afternoon?
That's it. I just read about it in that file. It was one of the experiments Stratfolk did. The experiment involved brainwashing.
Brainwashing. Brainwashing.
Brainwashing. I think she might have been brainwashed to behave in a certain manner if she heard a programmed source of music. Some Manchurian candidate stuff. That's the only way to explain why she'd run off on her own right now.
Song I was playing. Duo Dad.
Of course.
The magic flute sent to lead Kagari astray.
I also said she was an ideal candidate for the experiments and that they were still looking for her.
Damn it! They probably had vans like that all over Japan, not just Akihabara. And she'd fallen right into their trap.
What do we do, Ocarin?
Obviously, Stratfolk that had gone after Kagari, which meant that all we could do was. There was another call. This time it was to my phone. I had Ferris prepare several cell phones for my use in this operation. One to use to call everyone, one to give to Kagari, and the call was coming from the phone I'd given to Kagari. It probably wasn't from her, though. Who could it be?
Okabe Rinjaro, correct?
There you go. The digitally altered voice made the
Yeah.
caller seem even more eerie. Yeah.
That's an interesting filter choice. I wouldn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
at all with that kidnapper.
Yeah, that's right. Who are you?
We have Sheena Kagari. I don't need to tell you what we want, do I?
Reese's laptop. Hard drive. Give me time to think.
Think? Think about what? The exchange will take place tomorrow. We'll tell you where and how later.
They hung up. They want to swap her for Carisu's computer hard drive.
So, what's the plan? I can't believe Kagari was brainwashed.
Suza was gritting her teeth in frustration as she listened. I had her come back immediately after the call, and I brought Kiryu Moeka to the lab as well. I want your honest opinion. If we do what they want, will they give us back Kagari? No. Moeka gave her honest opinion.
I agree. They're willing to use dirty tricks like brainwashing. If they don't need her, they'll just kill her.
They might kill you.
Mm,
The
just
only
for knowing
reason
too much.
the only reason they would have called
Yep.
me specifically is that they knew I had information they wanted to keep hidden. For what I'd gone through already, I could safely assume they'd show mercy, and they were after what her memories and her belongings. I didn't want them causing any, which meant there was only one thing I could do: to bust in at Kagari. Dangerous,
Right.
but it was the
Yeah.
only way. Mayuri and the others were still out there fighting. It meant they should still think I was running around.
Bust in. You don't even know where they are.
Oh, but I,
Yes, we do.
Aho,
Mhm.
I do.
Really, Uncle? When did you?
Suza, help.
Okie dokie.
Oh, you want me to hurt people? Fine, I'm down.
Yeah, like sweet. Oh, is it killing time again?
I turned
Hot
towards
dog.
Moeka, who shook her head. I'm not willing to go. Bet.
Yeah. Eh?
You can't go alone. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous to go alone. Take this. No, it might be safer than going with a big group. And I knew that fate wasn't going to let me die for a little while longer.
You're not going to tell the other girls?
It would probably just worry them.
Well, yeah.
Daru, keep working on that file lock and leave your phone on. A call with me.
Okie dokie. Uncle here.
Suza handed me a semi-automatic pistol.
Mm-hmm.
A Glock.
Protect yourself if you have to.
I hesitated, but decided to take it. It was the first time in my life I'd ever held a gun. It was a lot heavier than I expected it to be.
That's common experience.
The lights were still on in the building, and even at this hour, the gate was open. How colleges were. As expected, we made it inside with no trouble.
Kagari's in here.
He should be. Daro's information from 2036 was right. Stratfolk's base was here at my university, Tokyo Denkai. Several buildings occupied the school's Honda campus, Building 1. Building 1, Buildings 5 to 7, and Buildings 11 to 15. Buildings 5, 6, 10, and 15 were scattered throughout the surrounding neighborhood. The remainder were in their own little isolated area. The only two of those buildings with basements were 11 and 15. And my guess was that Stratfolk's base was here in Building 11, not the only building with the newest, not only the building with the newest equipment, but it was a big building with 17 floors and a lot of foot traffic going in and out. I didn't know how many people Stratfolk had working for them, but at least some of them had to have been out here looking. It meant this place would be less well guarded than usual. And I had Suzuha with me too. This was doable. This way. I led Suzuha straight down the stairs. There were 3 elevators in the building, but Suzuha had decided that taking them would be dangerous. They could potentially be trapped. The problem was what lay down below. There were over 20 rooms of varying sizes and in a 2-story basement. And which one of them was their base?
Uncle, this way.
Go?
I remembered. I've infiltrated this place once before. When I was here, this place was falling apart and the outside looked totally different, but I'm sure of it.
Suzuha had led me down the corridor
guess that
without
checks out.
hesitation. Yeah.
First, I was like, I'm sorry, what?
With her gun in her hand and her hips dropped low to the ground to avoid making noise as she ran, she looked just like a cat. Stopped in front of one of the rooms and nodded to me. It seemed no different than any of the others. There was no nameplate on it. This was supposed to be a large generator room, as I recalled.
I'll save Kagari. Kagari. You just protect yourself, Uncle. Why is that Uncle not capitalized?
Took the Glock out from my belt. It was heavy in my hands. Suzuha had taught me how to use it, but I never fired it before and wasn't sure. But it would still serve as a bluff.
Here Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
After she finished her countdown, Susa shot off the doorknob, kicked open the door, and ran in the room. She did it all in one swift movement. I ran in after her and realized immediately that something was wrong. First thing I noticed was the stench. It was an iron smell, strong enough to make you puke. Blood. The floor of the room was covered with blood. There were bodies, too. 4, no, 5 of them. Of course, Suzuha hadn't done it. It was already like this when we got here. What's going on? Suzuha was slowly working her way forward, and I followed her. Some of the bodies were Japanese, and some were American. The room continued on. A large man was lying face down next to a half-open door, and next to him was...
Dun, dun, dun. Ah. You're here sooner than I expected, Rintaro.
No way. The voice saying my name was voluptuous and feminine, and it was
Your
accent.
voice is voluptuous.
Its accent was foreign. Dr. Reyes.
But if I were going to describe a voice as voluptuous, it would probably be Harley Quinn adjacent / Fran the Nanny. I'm glad you're doing well.
Why?
I came to get something I was looking for.
Dr. Reyes spun around quickly and smoothly like a dancer. Kagari was seated behind her. Kagari. What's wrong? Kagari, can you hear us? Some kind of strange mechanical device on her head. No matter how much I called out her name, she didn't move an inch.
Oh dear, she's sleeping so peacefully. It'd be rude to wake her up.
Her smile was sharp and cold. It completely lacked the warmth I'd met.
Watch out, she's military.
Sousa already had her gun drawn at Reyes, but Reyes didn't seem concerned in the slightest. Military? Nuji had said that, come to think of it. That the group looking for Kagari was with the Western military, and he'd wondered if a normal spy would have taken their own life.
And who might you be? Give back Kagari. I love that face. I didn't know there was anybody in Japan with a face like that. Why don't you start by giving me your gun? If you don't, Shina Kagari will die, you know. The second she dies, you're dead too. I see. But I'm just one part of a large organization. Killing me won't change a thing.
Sousa.
Hmm.
Sousa laid the gun at her feet, frustrated.
Good girl. Now stand there with your hands behind your head. So, Rintaro, I believe I told you what the deal was. Did you bring him? Oh my, you're such a naughty boy. If you didn't bring him, then I can't let you have Shina Kagari.
Said Kagari was asleep when I looked closer. Saw that her eyelids weren't fully closed. From what little I could see of her eyes, they were empty and light. What did you do to Kagari?
Unfortunately, nothing yet. I just played the lullaby they used with her. But if you're not gonna accept my trade, then maybe I'll just get started.
She rubbed Kagari's cheek with the barrel of her gun. A look of ecstasy. I've hidden Kurisu's laptop and hard drive someplace special. If you're not going to give me Kagari, then I won't tell you where. Let Kagari go first.
Negotiations are pointless, Rintaro. If you're not gonna give me what I want, then I'll just do things my way.
It wasn't a threat or a bluff. Reyes was acting like this was an everyday conversation. With all the blood and stench around us, that somehow made it even creepier. Did you do this?
Yeah, if they hadn't been so stupid, they might have managed to live a little longer. It's a shame.
Why would you do something like this?
It's simple. They figured out who I really am.
Who you really are?
Remember what she just said?
You're with the military?
Oh, okay. Not bad. And the scientist as well. DARPA. Not that that means anything to you, I'm sure.
Wait, Maho's here?
Is she on the call with?
Oh, maybe. That's right. Yeah.
Maybe. DARPA, the Defense Ultimate Research Projects Agency. No way. Dr. Reyes is with them.
I could hear Maho's voice in my Bluetooth microphone. I left my phone connected to Daru so that we could stay in touch if we needed to.
Okrin, just give me a little more time.
My time now would be impossible. But I asked Daru for the impossible many times before.
Cause nah, bro. Not.
Now it was my turn. I couldn't let her hurt Kagari. Souza had lost her weapon. It would be hard to do this by force, but not by charismatic force. I just needed to keep her occupied. Oh, I would someone from the military.
My team originally worked on brainwashing. Oh, funny. That's where we're like watching Stranger Things currently.
Oh yeah.
So this is gonna be some MK Ultra shit. I can almost guarantee.
Brainwashing in Kagari.
Just so we're clear, it wasn't me who did this to her. It was them.
Them. Must have meant the people lying on the floor. I don't know if I believe that. Why would the military want to brainwash people anyway? There was no need to even ask. But I needed to buy time for Daru to finish.
You know why. We want soldiers who will do exactly as they're told. Our goal was to make the ultimate soldier, one who never complains, who never fears death, and who willingly sacrifices himself for his country. I think it was for spies, usually. I think that was the goal. Like they wanted like sleeper units that they could get whatever they wanted back from, who could otherwise operate as ostensibly. Anyway, what do I know? This is a different world line, potentially. Yep. There's nothing unusual about it. It's been done all over the world for over a century. Then we realized that we could make the ultimate soldier without going through the hassle of brainwashing. An AI soldier.
An AI soldier? The name alone made it sound like the title of a cheap sci-fi movie, but that also just made it creepier. I see.
I'd probably watch that.
Yeah, I would do. So you implant an artificial intelligence into a soldier's brain? That would let you mass produce highly intelligent and highly capable soldiers.
Yeah. Huh.
And you can install the memories needed for special skills, too. You'll have a whole army of specialists ready for any mission imaginable, just like that movie The Matrix.
Uh-huh. Or stealth. That's right. Rintaro, you're quick on the uptake. I think Terminator had a similar concept at play as well. And in the future, we'll be able to make soldiers capable of enhanced teamwork via group consensus, too.
Consciousness.
Whatever.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
I can read, I swear. What do you think? Amazing, isn't it? You can't do that. It's wrong. I have to remember that response. That's a great response.
Yeah.
God, that's what they all say.
I was worried that Suzuha might jump at her in fury, but she stayed completely calm. Reyes was right next to Kagura. No matter how fast Suzuha was, without a gun, Kagura was still in danger. If I knew Suzuha, she was watching the situation carefully and waiting for an opening.
I should have made that a group call, gotten her on the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. We want stability. Our military is the only thing keeping the world peaceful.
Yeah, that's American thing for you.
So we got to start a lot of wars and engage in a lot of, undeclared actions in foreign
It's all for
soil. And, it's
peace.
just, that's the cost of peace. God, I hate it. And if they need to have to sacrifice themselves to become soldiers who can make that, to become these soldiers who can make that possible, I'm sure they won't mind too much.
It was selfish reasoning. There was no way I or anyone could accept it. But
Dude.
Doc-
Yes.
Dr. Reyes. No, Reyes. You interest me greatly indeed. I saw Suza's gaze dart over to me for just a moment.
Are
Her-
you
Her eyes seemed to criticize me, but she didn't say anything.
Rintaro?
My name is not Rintaro. My job right now was to
Dude, like a fucking spy. If you start this on them, like there's a 50-50 chance that they do not know. Like, oh shit.
Right. My job right
And
now.
like triple fake that. I don't know. That's too funny.
My job right now was to keep her busy until Daru broke the lock on the files, which meant that now was the time to act. To act the part of the biggest fool I could. That was my job. My name is Hyoyen Kyoma. I am the man who shall overthrow the ruling structure of the world and plunge it into chaos.
What kind of joke is this?
I, the insane mad scientist Hyoyen Kyoma, admit it,
The
you,
insane mad
Reyes,
scientist.
are only moderately mad.
You what?
Hyoyen Kyoma! Okabe Rentaro is the disguise I use to deceive the eyes of the world. This is my true identity. I am the mad scientist, reviving like the phoenix.
But what am I hearing? You're screwed up, kid.
For a moment, her mouth had hung open in shock, but she quickly regained her cocky smile. But I couldn't back down now. Reyes, I already know what you've done thus far. You've infiltrated Victor Condria University as a professor to
Right.
work on your AI soldier project, and while you were there, you found out about him. Correct?
Okay, yeah, that's right. Amadeus was quite the interesting project, but what interested me more?
She stepped on the body next to her, object and not a human.
Were the traces I saw of their involvement. And just as I expected, I look into it and I found something incredible. You know what I found, right?
The time machine, yeah. Reyes flashed me a dazzling smile and I see. The time machine, the impossible dream of all mankind. You learned of the paper that described how it would work. And you learned that if you could get it, the world would be yours to command. But you are a fool. Everyone like you thinks the same thing.
A fool?
Yes, a fool! Ruling the world, working for the nation, working for the organization. These are all the goals of petty men. If you would use the greatest invention of human history for those things, then you are a failure as a...
I'm a soldier before I'm a scientist. I've offered my life to my country. If my country can command the world, then that lets us keep every other potential threat in check. And that's what's best for the world and mankind.
Her voice is rising in excitement.
That's why we can't let any other country get ahead of us. By obtaining this revolutionary theory before anyone else, we can keep the world's power balanced the way it is. We can keep the world peaceful.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Really just is the same. I think this was probably written about, like, oil or whatever. That's, imagine.
Anyway, we can't let another country, let alone the civilian corporation, get their hands on it first.
And that's why you killed all these people? I'll say it again. You are a fool.
I see. I do feel bad about what I did to them.
You didn't really sound.
The plan was to let them go a while longer and then take the data once they had it all.
Then why kill them?
One of the people I sent to spy on them screwed up. So I do blame myself for that. But, they're at fault too. DARPA hires civilian scientists. I offered them jobs, but they got greedy and started making demands. Losing talent like this is such a shame.
The corners of her mouth rose a little. It didn't seem like she really felt that way at all.
Hello, Cabe Brintaro. I got an offer for you. Wanna work for DARPA?
What?
You look surprised. Why'd you think I was telling you all this? Long villain monologues only exist in your Japanese samurai movies. Don't worry, we don't care about what country you're from. If you want, we can get you a green card.
In other words, you recognize my talents. You recognize the mind of Hyo.
Of course. I wouldn't make this offer to someone without talent. You certainly got it. And you're Makise Kurisu's friend, too.
The real reason she was interested,
Mhm.
probably the latter. It was far too obvious. I might have heard something from Makise Kurisu about her time machine. That's what you're hoping. And that's why you want me.
We take those who can be useful. And we pay. That's how things work in our world.
Which means that once I'm not useful, I end up like the people on the ground over there.
That depends on how hard you work and what you decide to do.
Reyes laughed and went around behind Kagari. She seemed to be moving casually, but Suzuha didn't pounce. Probably hadn't left an opening. You done yet? I was hitting my limit for buying time.
Well, take your time and think about it.
You have quite the high taste, if you've noticed my talent. High quality taste and a discerning eye. You're an American, and you don't even know that? But that's fine. I take back what I say about your failures as a scientist, since, after all, you recognize my talent.
I see. Then you accept my offer.
I refuse!
Yeah, no.
Because I am Hyoyen Kyoma! A mad
Way too
scientist
cool.
must always be a solitary creature. He must never belong to anyone or anything at any time. That is his destiny. At first, Reyes seemed surprised, but then she exhaled a long sigh.
Well, feel free to take your time. Think it over until I'm done with her. What are you gonna do to Kagari?
Suzuha still had her hands behind her head, but if looks could kill, Reyes would be dead already.
You know what I'm doing. I'm overwriting her memories with Makise Kurisu's.
That's... Then in the other world line, maybe Derpa had done. And that wasn't all. Was the woman in the motorcycle suit who attacked the lab?
That'd be interesting. That's a fun thought. Don't make that face. I've used this technique on animals and any number of humans.
Reyes rubbed Kaguri's cheek lovingly.
The system had a critical flaw until now, anyway. But this time it's fixed, and she's highly compatible. I'm sure it'll work fine.
Every single word she spoke, and she spoke so slowly, felt like it was all drawing me in.
Kurisu's memories, her mind, will be recreated inside this girl. And then we won't have to worry about any black boxes locking away parts of her memories. She'll do whatever we tell her, and I'm sure she'll tell us all about the time machine. We won't need Kurisu's laptop or her hard drives. As long as we have her, we'll be fine.
Reyes brought her crimson lips next to Kaguri.
Tell me, Kagure, you want to be Kurisu, right?
No, Kaguri, don't listen to her. But Kaguri didn't move at all.
Genius mind will be yours. You can revolutionize the world. Won't that be wonderful? Well,
Kaguri's lips moved a little.
good girl. Rintaro, this was your choice too, you know. If you'd simply done as I'd asked, things might have turned out differently. And besides, you want to see Kurisu, don't you? A person is nothing but their memories. It's their memories who make them who they are. When Kaguri has Kurisu's memories, she'll become Kurisu. And you'll like that, won't you?
Hey.
And I'm sure Kurisu will too.
Shut up! Surprised at how loud my voice was. Kurisu would be happy? Hell no! Even if you do replace Kaguri's memories with Kurisu, she won't be Kurisu. And she will never be happy to see her memories used like that. Don't you dare insult her. Don't you dare insult Makise Kurisu.
See, that's a shame. But either way, the results don't change. You can't just stand. You can, in fact, just stand there and watch her mind be filled with the memories of the one you love.
Reyes started to tap commands into the computer next to her. Suzuha was still calm. She wasn't attacking Reyes because she was waiting for Daru's word. Daru, are you done yet?
Mario grin. I'm so close.
Damn it!
Uncle,
Suzuha whispered to me.
we may have to give up on Kaguri. Once I move, get down.
Knowing Suzuha, she wouldn't hesitate.
Okay, all ready to go.
What do? I give up on her? Couldn't do that, could I? But either way, Kaguri was doomed.
All right then. Sayonara, Kaguri.
Reyes' thin fingers stretched out. And Suzuha moved. He closed the gap between her and Reyes in an instant. A gunshot rang out. Suzuha's body shot back and fell to the floor. Suzuha!
I thought you'd do that. Too bad, huh?
Reyes has expected that. Then there was nothing I could do. Don't! Before I could stop her, Reyes hit the keyboard. What?
What's going on? Why isn't it working? It can't be. This stupid thing. God damn it. Shit.
Reyes pounded the keys again and again, swearing. Was there a problem with the system?
No, it's supposed to work like that.
Okay, so
Kagari? There was a small light in Kagari's empty eyes.
Bullshit.
With Reyes distracted, this was my chance. Kagari, come with me!
Ogren-san.
Kagari ripped the device off her head, stood up, and managed to run a few steps before she fell over. Kagari! I ran over and grabbed her. Reyes quickly brought her gun to bear. Another gunshot. Thought I'd been shot, but I hadn't. The gun, knocked out of Reyes' hand, was spinning onto the floor.
Ooh, Suzette didn't go down. Nice. Don't take another step.
Souza slowly stood up. She was holding the gun that she just placed on the ground. Souza, are you okay?
Nope. I guess so.
Her shoulders were bloody, but it wasn't a fatal wound. She was lucky to survive a gunshot wound at that range.
The tables have turned. Heh. You got me. I didn't expect to lose to a kid like you.
Reyes shrugged her shoulders in surrender.
But this isn't over yet, you know. I said don't move.
Reyes ignored her and picked up the strange headset that Kagari had been wearing. Souza had gripped her gun more tightly.
Just so we're all on the same page, I'm carrying the small bomb with me. I just bite down a little on my back teeth and it explodes. At this rate, I'm sure you three will be caught up in it. Wild. When we like trip and like fall heavy.
Or sneeze the wrong
Or,
way.
like somebody fucking smacks. Yeah, like any number of strange, like you run into a wall and turn a corner fast and somebody bonks into you. So you're gonna kill yourself? I've been trained to choose death rather than hand information over to the enemy, sadly. Doesn't seem like you really need the brainwashing thing too much. You guys
All
can
right.
have that down.
Yeah.
Like what else could you possibly be seeking if you got that? You're bluffing. If you think so, then shoot.
Souza moved to pull the trigger. Wait, Souza! Believe in Daru for now. Reyes glanced at Souza and then slowly put the headset down over her. What are you trying to do?
You didn't want her to use her either, did you, Amadeus? But you don't mind if I use someone else.
Away.
Huh. I told you. It won't end here.
There was madness in her eyes.
Fucking right. That's right. It was always so easy. There was never any need to use anyone else. I could have just done this myself. Now, I will have Makise Kurisu's memories. I'll have the time machine theory. And I'll be the one to revolutionize the world.
Yeah, say that, but will you be I anymore after you do that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, don't.
The you that you'll be then will, potentially.
Don't use Kurisu's memories for that.
But it won't sit well in your brain hole. I think, theoretically. That's the whole problem that Kaguri's got, right? And
Yeah.
she's like super compatible. Yes, got it.
Daru?
Now I will rule time itself.
Oh, you sounded like Yo-Yin Kyoma now. Daru, get rid of that file now!
Time Lord. Hold on. I'm looking looking for it now.
Rhea's fingers went for the keyboard.
Hmm.
Don't!
Wait, is that for me? Hang on. It's okay. I'll make good use of the memories of the girl you love. I found it. I've got it, Ocarin.
Delete it, Daru, now! Set Kurisu free!
Okie dokie. Come into me, Kurisu.
Rhea's fingers
Here.
touched the keyboard. Silence. Nothing happened. There was no light
what?
or loud noise, like the phone wave name subject to change. Of course there wasn't. It was all going on inside her head.
What happened?
That's a good question. Reyes. She was in the exact same position as when she touched the keyboard, completely on. Did the memories download? Steeled myself to take a closer look, and Reyes collapsed to. The light hit her face, and I could finally see her expression. Nothing there. No light, darkness, nothing. Just hollow emptiness in her eyes. But that expression of joy she had when she touched the keyboard was frozen onto her cheeks.
That's nice and creepy.
Look, Rinsanchi.
Daru was faster. In just an instant. The folder had been emptied just before she downloaded the memories into her own mind. She filled her head with emptiness, and now nothing was left. Not the memories she had before, not her own history, not her own desires. There was just an empty shell. There was just an empty shell kneeling on the ground as if praying to God.
Daru, you did a murder. Ocarin.
Daru, you did it.
You did it.
It's all over. Everything. I could hear Daru and Maho cheering from the earphone.
You killed her. She's dead, effectively. Let's go, Uncle. It's not a good idea to stay here.
Right. Kagari, can you walk?
Yeah.
The only things left were dead bodies and a living corpse. Amadeus, the girl on the other side of the machine, was gone. Gone from this world, along with the memories of the person I loved. I whispered softly to a girl who was no longer there.
Okay. Miyushi, we'll be back. Okay, bye. Luka-kun, let's cosplay next time, okay?
I'll think about it. Ocarin-san, everyone, thanks for having us over.
Yeah, come back anytime.
Hmm.
What is it?
Okran-san, you've kind of changed.
Have I?
Yeah, you seem a lot easier to talk to now.
Come on, Fubuki-chan. It's rude to say that to his face.
What? You were saying it 2 minutes ago, Kaida-chan.
Hey. Oh, then I guess I'll be leaving too. You gotta work again today? Whoops. Yup, I'll call you when I'm off. Let's make plans for this weekend. KK, I'll be waiting for you. What? What's this? Darunyan and Yukinyan seem like they're an item, yeah. Do we? But my love for you will never change, Ferristan. Come on, Dad. Not again.
It had been several days since then. All the chaos with Amadeus and Kurisu's memories had calmed down, and normal life had resumed. There had been no official announcement about what had happened in the basement of Tokyo Denki. The next day, the basement had been sealed off because of what was described as a lab accident. The military, or maybe Stratfolk, up, And since then, we hadn't seen anything strange going on around us. There should have been no traces that we were. They probably weren't going to come after us.
Anyway, what happened back there? Back there. When that woman tried to download Makise Kurisu's memories into Kagari, it didn't work, right? I think it was just a system error. Darunyan's right. You probably shouldn't overthink it, yeah. I don't know. It's been bothering me.
Come to think of it, when that happened.
Kagari seemed to have been thinking of something. She opened her mouth to.
No, but
Come on, Kagari. Don't stop your sentence halfway through. You're just making me wonder more.
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah, there was someone in my head saying no.
Hmm.
I don't really remember all that happened, so maybe it was just a dream.
Being Amadeus. At the last second, she refused to allow her memories to override Kagari's sons.
Not a very logical opinion to be coming from you, Maho.
We heard her say that
But
something about someone not wanting to use the girl.
yeah, but Lukaku and Mayuri stared at each other. Words.
The last time we activated Amadeus' son, the call cut off halfway through.
Your bot was talking, but she seemed like she was in a really big hurry and hung up.
Could that have been what had happened?
But is that possible? I don't know. But Amadeus is just like a human. She has self-defense instincts. So it's possible she realized her memories were going to be used for something wrong.
In a different world line, Kurisu's memories once existed. Kagari. Maybe Kurisu had saved Kagari from experiencing this here. There may have been another reason, but at least that was what I wanted to think.
Hey, Okarn, there's something I don't understand too.
That
You were saying that Amadeus caused a lot of world line changes before now, right? But if we still remember what happened, that means the world line didn't change, right? Why's that?
oh, that I thought about that right after what. This is just a guess, but I think that whenever I'd done something involving Amadeus, it caused Kurisu's memories to fall in hands. Whoever had gotten the memories had used them to rewrite the past. But this time, we deleted Kurisu's memories, so that means there is no world line change. The cause of the battle between Stratfolk and Derpa was gone, and we got rid of the data that Kurisu had left behind. The future created by Kurisu's memories were gone, but Suzuha and Kagari were here. They were still here, and the future hadn't changed that much. Of course, I knew that. Unless I could reach Steins' gate, the world line convergence wouldn't change. But that didn't mean that this was all for nothing. There was that small flash of insight I felt in 2030. This world was another step towards it.
So, what's the plan now?
A lot to do, but first, I took something out of the pocket of the lab coat. I have a present for everyone.
Yep. What's this?
Lab mem
Let's get
badges.
some extra.
Yeah, a lot more than now. It identifies every one of us as members of the lab. Ashmakufasa. The badge had everyone's initials on it. Of course, Kurisu and Moekus were there too. I added in the Yahumaho, Shinakagari, and Amane Yuki as well. Accepting the past for what it was and connecting it to the future. That was my job right now.
Lab mem.
Kagari held the badge to her chest happily.
I've got another treasure now.
The path that lay before me might be even harder than the one I traveled so far, but I knew the light was still there at the end.
I think I understand why Kurisu and Okarin-san became friends. I finally realized why my dad and everyone else relied on him so much.
I know why Mommy always loved him, too. Guys, Shan, that's not right. Yushi's Okrin's hostage, so it's not like...
Wait, what? How come Okrin gets all the chicks? Explode all normies. You got mom, dad.
Many different futures and many different paths where they all converge. So, yes, it's me. What? When am I coming to save you? Don't panic. Now is not the appointed hour. Who do you think I am? Listen, I am the mad scientist, Hyoyin Kyoma, and I never go back on my word. So for now, wait. I shall release you from the chains of time that bind you. Yes, I promise. Kurisu. Until the day comes that we meet, all I have, I give to you.
That's actually kind of beautiful. Like sweeping it back to like every time he's done that in the past, he was actually talking to her or something. Like, oh my god, oh my god,
December
nice.
December 2011, Akihabara. A year after all the chaos, Maho visited the Future Gadget Lab for the first time in a while.
Oh, she's here. Been a long time, everyone.
Oh, it's Maho-san. I missed you. Doo-doo-doo.
It's good to see you again, Maho-san.
I'm glad to see you're doing well. Yeah.
It's good to see nothing's changed here. Yeah, looks like not much has changed with you either. I know I'm still short. You don't have to tell me. That wasn't what I meant. I know, it was a joke.
Oh,
What's wrong?
so lonely without you for the past year, Maho-san.
Wait, you don't need to grab me like that.
But...
I'm sorry. I wanted to come back during the summer, but a lot happened at the university.
The events of last January had left deep scars on Maho's life. Of course they had. Not only was Amadeus involved, but many people in the college, including Dr. Reyes, had been involved as well. Thanks for coming all this way, Maho.
Of course. I was part of this too. I've got a responsibility to see it to the end.
Are you sure? All the cleanup work you did over the last year will go to waste.
It won't go to waste. You're the one who said this world's future would connect to the past. So I've done what I can for this world.
Right. I was supposed to die in 25. Everyone had been fooled. The past me, everyone in the future. The world had been deceived. I thought the future was certain, but instead I found the future perfect. So, wouldn't I be able to deceive the world too? And by doing so, avoid the future that awaited us? And if I could deceive the world, maybe. But how to do so, unfortunately. But the future me had said,
The path to Steins Gate is a hard one. Trying again once or twice probably won't get you there. But I think starting there is the best way to get to it. I think that many futures are connected to the past. So this world we're in isn't wasted. It's a world that we need. At least that's what I think.
many futures, all connected to the past. That meant there was only one thing for me to do.
Ashita-san, did you finish it? Of course. It's ready to go.
An old microwave sitting in the back of the development room. It was the time leap machine that Maho had helped finish. Daru had added a new function.
You know, it's hard to believe that this thing controls the fate of the world.
That's right. Everything began here. Our fate and had all been ruined by this device. The one difference between this and the old phone wave is that this was connected to a smartphone, not an old feature phone. Text messages to the past would be detected by CERN no matter what I did, which meant we'd become a. That would mean taking this world that I'd gained only at the cost of sacrificing Kurisu right back to where we started. There would be no point in that. But there were other ways to communicate now, beyond simple emails. There were other ways to send messages. The software we use now, Rhine, was one of them.
I call it D-Ride.
Of course, the idea of using the electrons of the CRT television in the Braun Tube workshop to control gravity and singularity to send the message back in time was the same, and the amount that we could send was still 18 characters, same as the D-mail. But what we didn't have to worry about was CERN finding it. We didn't have to worry about Mayuri being killed. The only problem was that we couldn't send messages back before we started using Rhine, but there was nothing I could do about that. The most important thing to do right now was make it possible.
Eesh. It's pretty hard to find a way to make sure no one would detect it. It took forever to find a place they weren't watching.
He'd complained, but he pulled it off anyway. That's my favorite right arm.
Hey, haven't heard that in a while.
Are you sure about this, Okarin?
That's right. It may only bring you more pain, Kyoma.
Maybe you're right.
Then,
But I have to do it anyway.
Okarin-san,
The Third World War was going to happen unless I could stop it. Kagari and Suza's presence made that obvious. There was only one future that laid before us, but it was another piece of the path that would lead us to Steins Gate. To get there, I would have to go into the past and start over. It would be fine. I was capable of starting over as many times as I needed to now. I could overcome anything until I reached that promised door. I'd already had the message I was going to send. Sending that message must have been why I'd come to this world line in the first place. Of course, I didn't know what I'd think or what I'd do when I receive it, but I knew I would be successful. I would lead us to another future and to another past.
Kagari-san, are you nervous?
if the past changes and the world's at peace, maybe I'll never see Mommy. Hey, Chan.
Don't worry. Huh? Attractive field theory says that what's supposed to happen will happen. Even if the world line changes, you'll see Mayuri.
Really?
Yes, I guarantee it.
I mean, you won't know
Mommy.
if I lied to you.
All right.
Isn't that nice, Kagari-chan? Okarin guarantees it, so I'm sure it's true. I'll see you in the future, okay? Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle.
There's no need to thank me. I sowed the seeds of all this anyway. And this was where things got really hard.
Oh, sorry.
We're almost there.
No. Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just. No, let me say it anyway. Thank you. God damn it. There's moments, like read the room. Say that to Daddy, too. Please say it to your daddy. Thanks, Dad. Ha, more. Creep. Yeah, pass.
When the past changed, everything I'd done in the past year would be undone. All the futures I'd experienced and all the time it took me to come back go away too. But they wouldn't go to waste. I was here now, and in the past, I was just about to begin my work, and then the future lay beyond. When all those lives come together, the door to the future would be waiting. Steins Gate would be waiting. It is time. In the name of Hyoyin Koma, I now now initiate Operation Helheim. Lab Mems, are you ready? To find the way there, I would change the past again. And I'll say, okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Kurisu, so that someday we can be together once more. Trick world, linking each possibility. D-Rhine is sent. And so, at the end of this, if this was your first time through it, when you go back to the main title screen, oh, okay. After I do this, it goes, D-Rhine is sent. And so when you start the game over now, you now have unlocked the true ending, or the path to the true ending. All right. Well, that's the end of Promise Remis, whatever it's called, the Kurisu ending.
Right.
Which means we only have the final route left. Unless we decide to see the bad ending. But yeah,
We'll see.
we have sowed the seeds, so he said.
That's
to
interesting.
give you an idea of what that is, way back in the early, so when we come back in the game again, remember when that very first save I made, the first time he answered the phone? That's like on December 15th. Now that we have done Promise, the PR ending, the moment after that, when you first meet Fubuki and Kaede as you're walking back down Akihabara, you get a message on your D-Rhine from yourself. It's from Mad Scientist.
Okay.
And so that unlocks the true ending.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. And the other thing, I don't, without like trying to get too heavy into it, I'm reminded of Red versus Blue, the like greater, broader church text stuff later on. When I think of Okabe and Kurisu's situation as it develops here. It's interesting, the parallels between the two, and it makes me wonder, timing-wise, who thought of, I don't know, who may have seen what and came up with what, when, and yada, yada, yada. Like, they're different enough that I'm definitely not saying anybody stole anything from anyone, but, like, if anybody felt like that was or if they were both inspired from something else that does something similar or what, but there's like enough of a similar thread there that like, I don't know, that like chasing each other through time and reality and perception thing, like there's something to that that's kind of cool.
There's
anyway,
and I know it's probably not something you'll ever get around to watching, but there is a technically another sequel to Steins Gate. That is only an anime. It's like a short anime movie in which, due to all of Okabe's fuckery with time, he gets fucking trapped in time, and then Kurisu has to be the one to leap through time to save
him out.
Yeah. So she has to go through everything he's gone through. I was
wondering if we were gonna see a situation like that in this, with like Maho or something, but it doesn't seem like that's where we are, which is kind of fun still. Like the way this whole it is creative.
It's very creative, yeah.
Such an in-depth and well, constructed Rube Goldberg machine of plot here. Like it's really cool. Whatever all else, the stuff about it that I think is dumb and hokey and way too horny aside, there's like a really awesome story at the heart of this. Clearly somebody cared a ton.
It's got some smarts and it's got some heart, and really that's all you need.
Right.
But yeah, that finishes the Kurisu route, which means when we come back to this, we're going to start on a route that leads to the true end, and that route is remember I told you there was two parts to getting Okabe ready to go to Steins Gate. There was getting him set up, and then getting Mayuri set up. So the next route is the Mayuri route.
Got it.
We're going to find out a little bit more about what her plans are.
Interesting.
But
wait to confirm that she is in fact a lesbian.
We shall see. Oh man. But that's gonna do it for us tonight. And let's see. So I'll be starting back up work again this weekend. So I'll not be here Monday. But we'll be back on this on Tuesday, and we'll probably I could say we'll probably definitely finish this next week. Yeah, either Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know how long the Miuri route is. I can't remember, but that's all that we got left. Anyway, we've gone over long enough. Thank you for sticking around. Enjoyed this and want to see us finish it. You know where to find us. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We have a Discord link down below. We have a Patreon, also a link down below if you want to give us some money. To get notified where we are, subscribe to the channel when we go live, or join the Discord. It's also posted there. You can tell I'm tired. Off of here. I will see you all next week.